Welcome here to the Wyoming All-Stars basketball portion here, located at Casper College. Here located in the Thunderbird Gym. You know, you got a quick glimpse of myself and Aaron Poling, a little treat for all of you as we just got done with volleyball. Now is the time for basketball time. We are only 13 minutes away, so we're going to have an abbreviated pregame show. We'll get you the interviews that you absolutely need. We'll come back to you in just a moment's time here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Weekend Basketball here on mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call, 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
Welcome back here to our pregame coverage of Wyoming All-Star Basketball here in Casper, Wyoming. Let's start off with the girls first, and what better way to do that than meeting with the North head coach themselves. Let's bring you the action. Cody Olson here with 99.1 KNYN and mylocalradio.com as we get ready for the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Game. I'm joined here with Eric Honeyman, the North Girls All-Star Coach. Coach, how's it feeling just, being able to play some basketball in the middle of the summertime, being out here and getting some reps with all these girls from around the state?
It's been fun. The experience has been great. The bond and the relationship that we're building with the kids has been awesome. And just watching our chemistry grow together has been remarkable so far.
Coach, you don't have a whole lot of time with these girls. We have a lot of talent out here from all around the state of Wyoming. What has been the focal point of these practices, the few that you have, before we get ready for the game?
It's all about team chemistry. It's getting them to play together as one. When you have different grades, or it's different classification from 1A to 2A, 3A, 4A, and trying to blend it together, it's kind of difficult. So our main purpose is just getting everyone on the same page, playing together, and building that chemistry.
Coach, can you tell me a little bit about your assistant staff that you also have and what they've been doing with these girls out here?
So I got Coach Moss. He's been my assistant for many years. He's my ride or die. He's the offense coordinator, as I call him. And then I got Cheryl Haslam from Burlington. She's in our same district as us. But with those two, they're leading different drills. Coach Moss has been really focusing on the offensive point of it. And Cheryl has been doing all the odds and ends as well. And they're both starting and doing different things to build relationships with the kids as well.
Coach Honeyman here, as we talk a little bit more about these girls, it's a great honor for all these ladies to come out and play basketball in the middle of summertime. What about you, Coach? How did you feel getting selected to be an all-star coach for this year?
It's an honor. This is the days I've had marked on my calendar all summer long, is to get a chance to see some of these kids that you've heard about all year, at the 4A, 3A, 1A, 2A level, and now you get to kind of put a name to face. So I'm excited. My family's excited. I'm excited. It's an honor to truly be here.
Coach, one last thing from you. Is there any other thoughts that you have leading into this before we get ready for the game? Any last things as we get ready for what should be a really fun one on Saturday?
Honestly, I just want the girls to have fun, and put on a show, and that's the South team as well, and North. I mean, you guys they're the top 20 kids here, and it should be a show. Fans should have a good time watching, 20 of the best kids play ball. So it should be a fun day.
Coach Honeyman here for the North Girls All-Star Game. We'll get ready for the game coming up in just a moment. Awesome stuff we were able to hear from Eric Honeyman. Really awesome guy. Could not be more excited to be here with you as part of the coaching staff for the North. Why not continue on? Let's hear from Coach Jess from Mountain View. Cody Olson here on mylocalradio.com, 99.1 KNYN, as we get ready for the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Girls Basketball Game. I'm here with Coach Jess Moretti, a familiar face from mylocalradio.com. Coach Moretti, you're head coaching this girls team here for the South, and it's going to be so exciting. What is it like just having all these girls from around the state and being able to coach them?
You know what? It's awesome. It's a great opportunity. It's fun to come in. They're here because they have great skill sets. They're here because they're great basketball players. And so, our job's been this week is let's get everybody on this, on board with the same offense and learning that, an offense in 3 days and out of bounds plays and all those good things. And so the good news is they already know how to play basketball.
That is the great news. That's why they're here, right? All of them are going to be, it's just a star-studded cast for everybody. It should be really, really exciting. A few practices to get the basics. It's team chemistry. What has been the activities outside of the court that the girls have been doing that they've enjoyed?
So yesterday we were able to go to the boys and girls clubs, and we did some activities with those kids. There's lots of card games. We have some competitive Uno games. There's a few others in there. I can't remember all of the names of them, but just lots of time between having lunch together, dinner together, and then just finding time to play card games, really.
Coach, I imagine that anything can be turned competitive when you have all these fantastic girls on the team. Talk to me a little bit about your coaching staff. They're from the same kind of area, Mountain View, Green River. What's it like working with both of your assistant coaches?
Yeah, you know what? I've known both of them for a very long time, and they're both excellent coaches, excellent just as people. And so it didn't take me long to decide who I was going to choose for that. And so Rick Carroll is my assistant. He's a head coach, girls coach for Green River. And then Clinton Landon is my associate coach, who is his assistant over at Green River. I had a little bit of change in my staff in Mountain View. And so while I usually would have an associate from my staff, with some of the changes that took place, Grant Paddock gave me the opportunity to have Clinton come with us. And so, you know what, they have great knowledge, super helpful, trying to manage it so that we all have a piece in this and all have a part in it, because it's all about all 13 of us on this team, feeling like we're doing our part. And so we've worked excellent together this week. It's been super fun working with them.
Coach Moretti, what is it like for you to be elected to be an all-star coach? What is it like being on this staff? How does it feel for you?
What a privilege, to be honored and recognized by all of the peers around the state that you coach with, 1A through 4A. So it's a big compliment for all your hard work, I think, that you've put in for a lot of years. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to have the opportunity.
Watching practice, the girls seem to be having a lot of fun, and it's going to transfer over to the game. Is there anything else you want to touch up on before we get started?
No, I don't think so. I think that we have some great basketball players. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fast-paced game. Go South.
I love it. We'll go ahead and go right back to the booth. That was my interview with Coach Jess Moretti of Mountain View, but now she's here doing some coaching for the All-Star Game. It should be really fun. Really abbreviated pregame show, Aaron. We have to scream on through it. We're joined in the Union Wireless broadcast booth. Myself, Cody Olson, Aaron Poling. He's going to be doing some play-by-play for you today for the girls. Aaron, what are your thoughts just going into this game?
Oh, I'm so excited. If this is anything like the volleyball game, we're in for a treat. You get the 20 best players in the state of Wyoming playing basketball against each other in one game. I'm curious to see who sets the tone physically, who sets the tone defensively, who's going to be the first player to get in a stance and really dig deep and show how much they really want this game.
Absolutely. Team South going to be rocking the yellow jerseys. Team North going to be rocking the brown. Wyoming yellow and brown, that's what we're going to be working with here. We're going to go ahead and take our first quick break. Come back to you in just a second on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Wyoming All-Star High School Athletics here in Casper, Wyoming.
The best cement comes from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. They've been mixing cement for every type of job for generations. Major construction, road and bridge, cement blocks, foundations, sidewalks, curb and gutter, cement steps, septic tanks and water troughs. No job is too large or too small. Make sure you get the best quality cement available at the best prices. Always get your cement from Ellingford Brothers. Call today. Ellingford Brothers. We know cement. 307-789-1515.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title. 1048 Main Street, Evanston.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Welcome back here to our pregame coverage. Cody Olson and Aaron Poling, we're going to be taking you the entire way through all of this. Aaron, we've got 2 minutes before, I believe, our starting lineups are announced. Just a really good time to talk about, the girls out here, on one side, the north, the other side, the south. I personally have been able to see one player in particular in person, and that is one who has just been a staple for her program out in Cokeville for basically 4 years, and that is a Miss Emmy Barnes. When I was able to watch her in person this last fall, you knew it was someone who took charge and took care of the ball and was a general out onto the floor. And we have a lot of other players that do that exact same thing for other high schools as well.
Yeah, but you can kind of see in warm-ups. You can see her in the Cokeville orange on our screen right now. She's clapping, giving direction. She's trying to fire her teammates up. You can see the leadership that Emmy Barnes has shown at Cokeville shining through right here in the All-Star game.
Aaron, we also had an opportunity to sit in at practice as part of this All-Star Week a few times. What did you really see in practice for the girls that is something that you feel like would be noteworthy to give to our listeners here today?
Execution and effort, the two E's of basketball, that if you can master those two things, you're going to be a very, very good basketball player. They went over plays and drilled them into their heads, multiple positions, and these practices, they weren't like walkthroughs. They were getting after it.
No, absolutely. Just to touch up a little bit more on Emmy Barnes, we'll talk more about her later on in this game, I'm sure, as the teams come to either side to get ready for lineups. Emmy Barnes, 17 points per game, 3.8 steals per game, and 11, she averages a block per game as well. I mean, she just does it all. A season high last year at one point, 33 points. 33 points in one game. That's impressive.
That's very impressive, and that just shows you how she can command a game. She can take over with the best of them.
Absolutely. She's not the only one that can do it, as we're going to recognize a few of these lineups here today. Teams on either side. Let's go ahead and recognize them, starting with the team of the North.
Emma Paddock, NC.
Logan Alvar, Kelly Walsh.
Jerica Kaler, Upton High School.
Delaney Salzman, Matitzi High School.
Maddie Jacobson, Campbell County High School.
Kendall Tidgen, Buffalo High School.
Danica Boyce, Buffalo High School.
Ryan Bell, Lander Valley.
Cameron Bloom, Natrona County.
Josie Steed, Rocky Mountain High School.
Now one more time, that is your North team. Let's go ahead and recognize our South starting lineup.
Roxanne Rogers, Pinedale High School.
Megan Counts, Green River High School.
Desireen Seahair, Wyoming High School.
Maddie Jones, Torrington High School.
Allie Olson, Douglas High School.
Charles C. Rose, Lyman High School.
Reese Holly, Torrington High School.
Emmy Barnes, Cokeville High School.
Rory Cowley, Cheyenne Central High School.
Olivia Nielsen, Kemmer High School.
Now we get our recognition of our actual lineups as they come out each one at a time. Number 15, Ryan Bell. Tamron Bloom, one that is very familiar to this area, Natrona County. Emma Paddock, also from the immediate area. Kendall Titchen.
Number 31 from Upton, Jerica Kaler.
Jerica Kaler. Number 33 right here, Kelly Walsh, Logan Alvar. Number 35, Campbell County prospect, Maddie Jacobson.
And number 41 from Buffalo.
Number 41. Danica Boyce. Rocky Mountain head coach.
Justin Moss from Rocky Mountain.
Awesome stuff. As we get ready for more here, let's start recognizing our South team. We'll push the camera on over here.
Sorry, turn my pages.
As our announcer has to, if he's having a hard time, what do you think we're doing? You know, there's all these papers out in front of us. Let's recognize the South here.
The South girls basketball team, number 10 from Torrington, Maddie Jones.
Maddie Jones.
Number 12
Number 10.
from Pinedale, Roxanne Rogers.
Roxanne Rogers, we have an interview with her at halftime.
Number 14 from Green River, Megan Counts.
Megan Counts from Green River.
Number 20 from Cheyenne Central, Rory Cowley.
Cowley.
Number 22 from Douglas, Allison.
Allie Olson, number 22.
Allie Olson, second in scoring in 3A. Do you know who the player is that she trails?
Who?
Lauren Olson, her sister. A sister duo going 1 and 2 in scoring in 3A. That's very impressive.
That is impressive.
Olivia Nielsen.
Olivia Nielsen of Kemmer, number 32.
34 from Torrington, Grace Holly. And number 42
Hallie.
from Wyoming Indian, Desiree Seahair.
Seahair rounding things off at number 42.
Richard Carroll from Green River, Clinton Landon from Green River. I'd like to thank our all-star director.
Good stuff. As we get ready now, our keys to the game, I believe, here.
And the WCF.
We see for the girls, North versus South, very close as well. Team South with a 54% chance given by Wild Predicts to overcome this one and come away with the win. I think that you're seeing two very good teams, just like we saw in volleyball, very equally matched.
Yeah, this is going to be a very great matchup, and another key to the game is going to be who can find the rhythm offensively, because we are in the summer. We're about 4 months removed from basketball season, and for as much as you try to shake the rust off in the practices, you're not into playing basketball every single day. So we'll see who can come out and who's the team that's probably least rusty is probably going to be the team that wins the game.
Well, they didn't have a whole lot of time, but they had a lot of fun getting together and playing some basketball and some practicing this year. Up we go as we're getting ready for tip-off between Olivia Nielsen of Kemmer.
North gets it right away. Layup opportunity off the mark. South pulls down the rebound. It's going to be Olson. She carries it up the court on the left wing. Olson across the timeline. Finds number 30, Rose. Rose shot, no good. Rebound out and fast break is the North. 23 across the timeline to the corner. She wisely pulls it out. That is Emma Paddock with the ball. They go inside. Jacobson. Jacobson makes a move, kicks it out to 25 at the top of the key. That is going to be played back around. The North is going to pull the ball out, set it up in the corner. Right-hand drive, good help defense there from the South.
What you see is the North just trying to get back into a rhythm. You know, the teams, both of them started out like they were in blocks, right? Like from a track meet. Now they're trying to work their offense just a little bit more. No shot clock here, so no need to rush anything.
Paddock finds Tingen on the near wing. Walks it up to the top of the court, surveys the floor, and the North is going to set up another play. Long possession, Jacobson turns, fires. Off the mark, good box out there from 14 in yellow. That's Megan Counts with a rebound. As the South will push the ball up the court. Olson, far wing. She could score the basketball as we talked about in the pregame. Hesitation move, past the defender, to the corner. Rose finds Nielsen, top of the key, three on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by Rogers. Rogers spins back on the way. She is fouled, and we are going to have our first free throws of the game. Roxanne Rogers with a beautiful pirouette move on the wing, back to the post, draws the foul. 2 free throws for the South.
And even if she weren't to do anything else in the game-wise, you're going to be hearing an interview from Miss Roxanne Rogers of Pinedale at halftime. Awesome interview I had with her.
Bounces around the rim, and very fitting that our interviewee opens the scoring here in the 2022 First Bank of Wyoming All-Star game. Second free throw on the way is good. 2-0 for the South.
Swisheroo outside for 2.
Here come the North. Pressure being applied by the South in the front court. Handled well by 23, Emma Paddock. Paddock at the top of the key, dances across the half-court logo. Finds Alvar. She makes a move, kicks it out to the corner. Paddock. Paddock between the legs, left-hand dribble to the elbow, pulls up. No good, rebounded by Olsen. Olsen's gonna lead the break. 3-on-3 the other way. Olsen hounded from behind by a North defender. Good defense on the backside. Olsen drives, kicks to the corner. Up top, Rogers, her shot on the way. No good, rebound pulled in by the North. Skip pass all the way up the court, trying to push the ball for the North. That's gonna go out of bounds, South basketball.
Yeah, that was a lead pass intended for Kendall Tidgen, and it was just out of her reach, and that's gonna be a turnover, not something that you wanna see. You're trying to keep this game a little bit close.
Rogers, she's gonna carry the ball up the court. On the wing, Olsen finds Rogers, they go inside. Back out to Rogers. Skip pass, finds Rose. To count on the near side, she drives right. Unable to get by the defender, good defense from the South. Rose to Rogers up top, back to Rose as they play catch. Back cut to Nielsen. Nielsen finds Olsen, her shot on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by Paddock. Good effort there from the guard as she pulls down the rebound. Drives, kicks it. It's Bloom. Bloom, her shot on the way, no good. Pulled in by Jacobson. Jacobson, 5-footer on the way, misses. And here comes the South. Rogers pushes it to Olsen. Olsen with a catch, blocked as that ball bounces off the rim. Good defense from behind there in transition as Paddock was able to get a fingertip on it. Paddock at the top of the key, guarded by Rogers.
Yeah, that's just great defense by the North. That's just the defense that's consistent. They're flying to the ball, did not give up the easy fast break points. These girls want to play, and they're giving all their energy today.
Bloom at the top of the key, finds Tidgen. And that's going to be Alvar with the jumper. She hits the first field goal of the game. 2-2 ball game. Rogers finds Olsen. Olsen with the move, into the body, no good. Rebound hauled in underneath by Bloom. Bloom's gonna take the ball to court herself. Makes a move at the key, drops it off to 35, Jacobson. She tries to make a move inside. That is gonna be a traveling violation, turnover. It's gonna be South basketball.
Check in for the North, Josie Steed.
That's a good effort by Maddie Jacobson, who is probably one of the tallest ones out on the court here today, and she tried to hop, skip, and jump in between 2 defenders in the paint between the South, and it did not work out in her favor as she got called for the traveling violation.
5:52 to go in the first quarter as Rogers across the timeline finds Barnes on the wing. Back to Rogers. Triple threat, surveys the floor, crosses back over, goes to the left. Spin move, finds Olsen at the top to key. They skip it to Nielsen. Nielsen with the move inside, no good. $1 million move there from Nielsen, just unable to finish. Here comes the North. It's Alvar. Back outside. Steed, shot on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in by Rogers. Rogers pushes the ball in transition, spin move. Finds Olsen. Olsen to the corner. For Barnes. Barnes drives, shot no good. Rebounded by the South. It's Alvar, she pushes it up the wing. Good save there from 25, Tidgen, as that ball looked like it was going out of bounds. They go inside to Boyce. Boyce with a beautiful pass there. Finds Paddock cutting to the hoop. She is fouled. This will give the opportunity for a lead for the first time in the ballgame for the North with 4:56 to go.
Yeah, Paddock, a local favorite here from around the area, and there was a great segment in the paper today that she gets to play with some of her former adversaries, now turned teammates. Great friendships built by her, and Paddock is one that is very sneaky out onto the floor, has a great touch up at the rim. She can score, and she can make it look effortless.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the scoreboard cam, so we're going to do this radio style. I will keep you up to date with the time. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. The North takes a 3-2 lead as Paddock splits the free throws. Rogers across the timeline. Near side to Barnes. Barnes drives left. Finds Nielsen at the top of the key. To Olsen on the far side. Olsen to the corner. Halley's three on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in by Barnes. Barnes steps back. She buries a step back jumper. Nice shot there from Emmy Barnes. That's going to be 4-3. South over the North. North pushes in transition. It's Kaler. Kaler's shot no good. Rebounded by Barnes. Barnes will take it up the floor herself. Across the timeline, into the offense. Finds Halley on the near wing. Halley gets a screen from Barnes, finds Barnes in the corner. Barnes pumps fakes. Up top to Nielsen. Nielsen to Rogers as they set the offense up. Barnes near wing. Tries to find Nielsen inside. The pass was a little late. Good effort there from the North as almost coming away with the steal is Olsen. Olsen will guard the ball coming up the floor. It is Paddock. Paddock guarded by Olsen. On the wing to Bloom. Bloom, left-hand dribble. Finds Steed, free throw line. Turns down the shot. Paddock in the corner to Bloom. They go inside. It's Kaler. Kaler's shot blocked. Here comes Rogers the other way. Rogers splits the defenders. Stops. Fakes the shot. Goes inside to Nielsen. Nielsen, good job keeping her balance. Beautiful move with the left hand.
Wow.
6-3 as Nielsen finishes it with the left.
That's beautiful.
Here comes the North in transition. It's Kaler. Back to Steed. To Paddock. Paddock gets a screen. Pull up, fakes the shot. Kaler at the top of the key. It's Bloom on the far wing. Gets a screen from Kaler. Cuts back right on the way. Shot is good!
Wow, that's beautiful stuff. Beautiful moves. These girls make it look effortless sometimes. They make it look effortless, and it's fantastic to see them out onto the floor playing together when normally they'd be playing against each other.
With 2:51 to go, Taryn Bloom has a chance to tie the ball game at 6.
Maddie Jones, Desmond Seeger check in 4.
Bloom steps to the free throw line. Spins the ball out in front of her. Dribbles it 3 times. Shot on the way is good. 6-6 ball game with 2:51 to go. With the newly minted Maddie Jones just checking into the ball game, pushes up the floor. Finds Barnes on the far wing. Barnes to Haley. They try to go inside to Seahair. That ball's going to be deflected out of bounds. Good defense there as they tried to go inside to Seahair. Also fresh into the game. We have updated the scoreboard, and we now have the scoreboard clock working. 2:36 to go in the ball game. 6-6 is going to be south ball out of bounds. They go to Halley at the elbow. Nice inbounds play as Cowley gets it on the low block. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by Halley. Her shot blocked. And the ball finds the way to Jones at the top of the key. Drive left there from Cowley as Cowley finds Barnes. Beautiful move inside. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in
and
by 34 Halley. She buries the and one. Chance to give her team the 3-point lead.
That's going to include Maurice Holly. As Bell, Holly shoots 1.
As Holly steps to the line, checking into the game for the North, number 13, Delaney Salzman. Brand new 5 for the South as all of their starters are on the bench. The reserves have taken over. 9-6 ball game as Holly buries the free throw. Bell takes it up the court. Finds Tejan on the far wing.
She's alone.
I was going to say the lone starter remaining in the ball game is Tejan for the North. That's going to be out of bounds. South basketball. Maddie Jones will carry it up the court for the South. They lead 9-6 with 1:50 to go. Surveys, couple of crow hop dribbles. On the wing to Cowley. Cowley finds Seahair at the top of the key. She swings it to swings it to Emmy Barnes. Barnes tries to go inside. Jones is unable to corral the pass. Here comes the North. All the way down the floor, they find.
That's a huge block by Emmy Barnes.
Bell's shot is swatted away by Barnes. Here comes the South, Jones. They lead by 3. Across the timeline. Crossover dribble. Finds Barnes on the far wing. To Cowley. Surveys the floor, drives right. Good defense there from number 15 on defense, Ryan Bell of the North. Jones, pull-up jumper 15 feet away, no good. Rebound hauled in by Tejan. Tejan looks up the floor. Spin move is denied as it's a little bit 2-on-1 here. Barnes gives it up, and that's going to be finished off by 34 in yellow. Reese Halley, good finish there, 11-6 ball game. With 41 seconds to go in the quarter.
Halley already with 5 points here in the quarter. That's really impressive from her. That's a big block on the other end and a big steal on the other end by Emmy Barnes that have led to points.
Steed, far wing. They go inside. It's Bloom. Bloom! She finishes the shot. 5 points for Bloom right off the bat, too. Not to be outdone. Jones across the timeline. Surveys, finds Cowley. Cowley up top.
Barnes for a big 3. That one no good. She wanted it. You could feel that she wanted it.
It's going to be out of bounds with 4 seconds to go. Checking into the game for the South, number 14, Megan Counts. As here comes the South with a little bit of pressure. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. South to inbound the ball. They do. 23, Paddock across the timeline. 2 seconds to go. Shot on the way. No good. Good effort there from Emma Paddock as she got a shot off from 15 feet away with 4 seconds on the clock. After 1 quarter of play, it's 11-8. I'm Aaron Poling, my broadcast partner, Cody Olson. We are presenting to you First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the girls All-Star basketball game. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Whether you're a high school student or a community member looking for change, let Uinta-Bosie's #1 and Western Evanston Outreach help you get started. Career opportunities await you when you further your education. Programs include workforce training, college credit for high school students, and college and career readiness. What are you waiting for? Find your passion. Enroll today. Call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Welcome back inside Sweet Erickson Gym as we are in the home of the Thunderbirds at Casper College. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Cody Olson. We are coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, presenting you First Bank of Wyoming's presentation of the girls All-Star basketball game. 11-8 as we come back from break, 9:45 to go. It is Jones up top. Cody, what have you seen so far in the first quarter of this ball game?
I've seen a lot of aggressive moves. I've seen girls putting their bodies out on the line. Some really good stuff from either side. Truly, a feat of athleticism from either side. Right now, very close ball game. Only 3 points separating these two teams. It's just been really fun to watch. I like to congratulate the girls for what they've been doing. It's been really fun for everybody in the stands and for us to broadcast this game.
Got a turnover as it's going to be, Jones carried up the court. Paddock with a little bit of faux pressure. The South swings down the wing. Little back pass. Beautiful pass. Great play there as Megan Counts finishes it with the left hand. Nice back pick.
Aaron, I don't mean to be like that guy, but that was an exact formation, an exact set that we saw in practice a few times. They ran it consistently all the time. And that's what you get. You get teams, these players who have never played together, only a few days working together, now come together and they are able to put together something awesome.
Three on the way from the top to key from Bloom. That's no good. Here comes the South the other way, trying to push it. Bloom picks off the pass. Bloom's going to lead it in transition. Pulls up, 15-footer on the way. Rolls around the rim and out. Maddie Jones with the rebound. Pressure here from Steed is going to pressure the ball up the court. Paddock helps out. It's Cowley. Cowley in the wing to Counts. Counts, drives, finds Jones at the top to key. A little pump fake action from Jones. Back on the near side wing to Cowley. Cowley's pass is deflected. Little lackadaisical there as Steed almost came away with the steal. Finds Counts. Counts corner. Jones on the way. Good!
Boom.
Maddie
Huge
Jones.
three.
Maddie Jones with a three to double up the North. 16-8, excuse me, with 8:03 to go in the second quarter.
Maddie Jones averages about 9.8 points per game, but she is dangerous from the outside. Absolutely, don't leave her alone.
Alvar's turning gun, no good. Jones picks it up, dribbles towards the double team, spins back. Jones has been real poised with the ball, back dribbles, and her pass is nearly picked off.
That was dangerous. Dangerous, Aaron.
Counts with a good catch. Bloom with another steal. That's going to be a held ball situation. Great effort there from the defense of the North. They need some energy out of their defense, Cody. 7:35 to go. They get the turnover. It's going to be their ball.
Yeah, they do. And you know what? What's really needed right now is, like you said, that energy. We're going to take a quick timeout, so you're going to have a quick breather. And I think that energy is something that Coach Honeyman is going to talk about in this little huddle here. We'll come back to you in just a second here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Wyoming All-Stars Athletics here in Casper, Wyoming.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
When considering your next visit to the dentist, make your appointment with an office that handles it all. At Blacksburg Dental, Dr. Irene and his professional team treat patients of all ages. Everything from cleanings and x-rays to crowns and implants, clear aligners to teeth whitening, and 6-month checkups and emergencies. Blacksburg Dental accepts all insurances and even has options for people without. Care for your teeth the best way possible. Call Blacksburg Dental today at 307-782-3630 and schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to Sweet Erickson Gym, home of the Thunderbirds. We're coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth. I'm Aaron Poling, along with my broadcast partner, Cody Olson. We are presenting you the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Girls All-Star Basketball game. As 23 in Brown, Paddock makes a move. Shot out to the top of the key. Alvar's three on the way, no good. Here comes Roxanne Rogers across the timeline. Alvar with good hands forces her to go back the other way. Rogers right to the elbow. Stops, double teamed, looking for some help, and she is going to be called, or excuse me, there's going to be a timeout called on the floor by head coach of the South team, Jessica Moretti.
Yeah, Jess Moretti called that timeout to bail out Roxanne Rogers, who was getting double teamed there on the right side post. Spun around maybe once, twice, 3 times too much, and Moretti says, let's take a timeout and live to see another day.
Now that we have a quick 15-second break, as it's going to be a 30-second timeout. 16-8 South over the North. What has the South done better than the North so far?
Right now, I don't feel like there's been anything necessarily wrong that the North's been doing. All I can say is that the South has had the ball fall in the basket consistently. The field goal percentage right now in favor of the South. It's gone in more times when they've put the ball up. North has had great chances. They've had great looks. Even this last drive down here, 2 separate occasions, wide open jumpers just didn't fall in.
It's going to be Rose to inbound for the South. Finds Olsen up top. Her three on the way. No good. That's a dangerous shooter to leave open to the top of the key. Rogers gets the rebound. Goes back to Olsen. Olsen, top of the key, tries to find Counts. Counts loses it. Able to regain possession. On the wing, Rose. Her three, no good. Rebound hauled in by Nielsen. Good effort there.
Wow.
Pass stolen by Alvar. Alvar out in front of everyone. Clanks the layup. And we are going to get a foul called.
And that's a frustration foul from Alvar because she did everything right. Stole it away, went the length of the court, coast to coast, and then just left it a little bit short at the rim. others crash, grab the rebound, and she just reaches in. That's a foul that really wasn't needed, but I think that maybe it will help her try and get her mind right and get those layups going again.
Rogers across the timeline. It's a little bit of rust that you could see when, they're off for 4 months. Haven't really played basketball that often. It's Rogers to the top of the key. Olsen on the near wing. Surveys the floor. Back to Rogers, near side corner. Rogers to Olsen, they play catch. They're trying to get it inside, and that pass is going to be out of bounds. Good effort there by 23 Paddock and Tamarin Bloom, who was on the backside, not allowing that entry pass. Good defense there from the north.
Yeah, Olivia Nielsen of Cameron just backing, trying to get it something to feed her up and over the top, but she got kind of sandwiched and boxed out. Nobody gave up any ground, and that's why that ball goes flying out the baseline.
It'll be the north to inbound. Here comes the south bringing pressure.
Interesting formation. It's a full court pressure, but they're not pushing it. It's just a man pressure rather. So just to give them a look to think about it.
3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled in by the south. Olsen has it on the near side wing. She's dribbling across the timeline, slows it down to allow her teammates to catch up. Finds Rogers on the near wing. Rogers gets a couple of screens all the way across to Barnes. Barnes to Olsen. Olsen looks inside. Couple players from the south try to post up on the same block. Olsen, her 3. No good, that is short. That's going to be hauled in, saved, except it's going to be saved to the north as they have a 2-on-1. Good effort on the defensive back press. No good on the layup. Rebound goes to Tejan. Tejan finds the lefty. Boyce, her 15-foot jumper, good. 16-10. Good find there from Tejan as she pulled in the rebound. Boyce buries the 15-footer. 16-10, 4:52 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Boyce just squared up on the elbow there, put it up and in. I'm telling you, the shooting percentage of the North down a little bit right now. If they can get that thing to go up.
That's going to be Kaler, Jessica Kaler. She buries the layup in transition. 16-12. Don't look now, but here come the North. Rogers dribbles behind her back, top of the key. Is hounded there up top by Paddock. Good defense there. Seahair. Back to Rogers on the far wing. Rogers to Olsen near side. Olsen surveys the floor. Got a post player working down, hard down low that Seahair had position. Olsen decides to take it to the top of the key.
Seahair worked really hard, and I wanted them to feed it to her. I really did. She's going to get it up at the top, though, but, when she's working that hard underneath, you got to feed it to her.
Rogers gets the handoff, drives left into the corner for Olsen. Good save there as that pass was a little off target. Olsen drives left to the baseline, uses her body to shield off the defender. Still cannot finish. Here come the North the other way as we are going to get a foul from behind. I think this will be called on Olsen.
Yeah, Olsen grabbed the jersey, kind of grabbed her. That would be, if we were doing NBA rules, is essentially trying to withhold fast break points right there.
In the NBA, it's a bad foul, but here in high school basketball, it's a great foul. Make the North have to score on your set defense.
Yeah, it's the catch-22. It's the risk that you're willing to take. Are you willing to let Allie Olsen give up a personal foul in the All-Star game in case you need her towards the end of the game, or you sacrifice it to set up your defense at the end?
Bell finds Kaler. Her 3 on the way, no good. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. It'll be South basketball. Seahair inbounds it to Olsen. Olsen will work the ball up the floor. Guarded by Tejan. Olsen finally across the timeline finds Rogers on the near side wing. Rogers with a couple left-hand dribbles back to the top of the key. The South are going to set up a play. Pass is errant. Stolen by Kaler. Kaler in front of everyone. Little scoop pass across the lane to number 15, Ryan Bell. Bell is going to get fouled. That was a fancy little pass there from Kaler.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was a designated on purpose one or if it kind of got away from her and she had to just scoop it where she could. It ended up finding her teammate in the lane, but couldn't go up in time to finish, but gets free throws nonetheless.
Free throw good from Ryan Bell. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by the North. Boyce, her 15-footer on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by Barnes. Barnes looks to push it, loses control, was able to get it off before she traveled. Roxanne Rogers on the far wing. Little miscommunication there as Rogers fires a pass right to the north, stolen by Barnes. Good transition defense by Barnes, excuse me. It's Rogers, pushes it behind the back dribble, into the lane, spins, hands it off to Olsen. Olsen, congested in the lane right now as there are 3 defenders from the north, as it looks like number 25, Tejan, took an elbow to the mouth.
Yes, she did. And she's going to go get looked at really quickly. I think it's just going to be cleaning up her nose because in the process of trying to clear up space, I believe that Hallie of the South just kind of pivoted with the ball up above as any, if you're taught to play a big position, you do that. You try and give yourself space. In that moment, Tejan is going to get caught with an elbow, not on purpose whatsoever, but she's gonna eat it and pay the consequence of it.
We're gonna have a little bit of an official timeout as it looks like it might be blood on the floor.
A little bit of maybe some cleaning. A couple of quick timeouts either side. Right now, the North, although their shots have not been falling as efficiently as the South has been, they're not down by an insurmountable amount. They're only down 16-13. 1 bucket separates these two teams right now. And if I am the North, I'd have to say that that's a pretty good position that I'm in, considering the low percentage that you've been shooting so far.
Absolutely. The North has done a good job of getting out in transition.
Absolutely, yes.
And scoring their baskets in transition. They haven't scored very many buckets against a set defense, and the way to counteract that is to get out in transition, score against 2 defenders versus 5. It's a lot easier.
Right now, if you were to able to label the strengths that we've seen so far, the South really out-rebounding the North right now, but the North battling that in terms of hustle and steals.
It'll be the South to inbound. They go inside to 32. That's Nielsen. Nielsen turns.
Wow.
Her gun on the way. Good.
It's a beautiful scoop and pivot with the left hand. You don't see that very often at this level. It's a special player playing down in the low post.
Paddock across the timeline. Finds Alvar. To Paddock. Paddock on the near wing, guarded by Olsen. Paddock doesn't have a dribble. Finds Alvar at the top of the key. Alvar crosses over, gets a screen, and that's going to be a moving screen called on Danica Boyce.
That's a good call. She wasn't quite firm. Her foundation wasn't as firm as our official wanted it to be, and that's going to be a turnover.
It'll be Olsen to carry the ball up the court for the South. She's going to be guarded all the way up the court by Paddock. Paddock has played that role where she has played the faux guard, where she's guarding the ball handler all the way up the court. Yeah, Jones. Finds Cowley. Back to Jones. Her corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound pulled in by Bloom. Bloom's going to carry the ball up the court. Crosses over into the lane. Tries a pass. Stolen by Olsen. Here comes Allie Olsen the other way. Good find ahead as it's Cowley. She pump fakes. Back up top. Nielsen. She pump fakes. Back to Cowley. Her 3. Good!
Boom.
Good patience there from the South as they found Cowley open for a 3. She buries it. 21-13 South over the North. It's Paddock. Finds Alvar. Alvar left-hand dribble, back right. Beautiful move into the paint. Shot on the way, no good. But Logan Alvar is going to shoot 2 free throws.
Alvar, with that hesitation type of move, crossed over to her left just outside the right elbow, got both defenders to commit to going to her left, stopped, crossed over right, and had a good lane, just didn't make the bucket.
First free throw on the way, no good. If you can believe it, Cody, there's 53 seconds to go in the first half.
Wow, it's been flying.
This has been a fairly clean basketball game, that is.
Yeah, it has.
Second free throw on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by the South. Maddie Jones will carry it up the court for the South. Crosses over, top the key. Nielsen thought about it. Drives right, splits 2 defenders, lays it in. Beautiful move there from awesome. Nielsen. Comes Alvar. She crosses over. Pull-up 15-footer on the way, short. Rebounded by Boyce. Boyce banks it off the backboard. Great fundamentals there from Danica Boyce.
Good cleanup, way to help her teammate out. The initial miss and then the follow-up. That's how you stay in this ball game.
Olsen, guarded heavily, drives right by a defender. She splits defender, lefty finish on the way. Those are some of the moves that made her the second highest scorer in 3A. 15-25, 7 seconds to go. It's Paddock. She drives left into the lane. Gets the foul on the way to the free throw line. Great drive there from Paddock. 25-15 with 2 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, just a blocking call right there with about 2.5 seconds left before the end of the first half. This is a chance for the North to get back into this. Or at least cut this down to single digits.
Paddock's free throw on the way. It is good. It's a little bit of a mental advantage when you're going into the locker room trailing by single digits compared to double digits.
It is, and you know, it might not be as big of a psychological challenge if you're in the All-Star game.
Both free throws fall for Paddock. Pass nearly stolen, as we're going to get good defense there to not allow a shot before the end of the half. And with that, at the end of the half, it is 25-17. The South leads the North. I'm Aaron Poland with my broadcast partner, Cody Olson. We are broadcasting you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth. Our presentation of First Bank of Wyoming's presentation of the Girls All-Star Game. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES #1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back to our halftime show. Currently right now, the South team in Wyoming All-Star Girls Basketball, brought to you by Wyoming Coaches Association, up 25-17 over the North. A lot of stuff that we can talk about, but before we go into adjustments, Aaron, let's go ahead and talk to Roxanne Rogers. A really stellar interview, and the first All-Star selection from Pinedale, both boys and girls from what I understand. We'll go ahead, let's hear her interview. Cody Olson here on 99.1 KNYN and mylocalradio.com. I'm joined here with Roxanne Rogers of Pinedale. Really awesome to be able to catch up with her. Roxanne, what's it like just being part of this All-Star, the festivities here in Casper? What's it been like for you?
So far, it's been like a really amazing experience. A lot of these girls, like I knew before, I played an all-star game with some of them, but there's a lot of new faces. There's a lot of people from different places that I've never met, and it's just really fun. We get to hang out every night with each other, get to play basketball that we're all really passionate about, and it's just a lot different to be surrounded by people who, basketball is their life, so yeah.
Roxanne, from being from Pinedale, you might know some of these girls already from playing against them, maybe even playing with them at some point somehow. What's it like being able to build all this team chemistry in a short amount of time? What have you guys done to build that chemistry?
Well, like I said, we do a lot of team bonding activities and stuff. Last night we actually went to the big brother, big sister place and just talked to all the kids and stuff. And I feel like doing all those activities definitely brings us closer. And I think some players get a bad rap and everything. You play against them, you're like, oh, I didn't like playing against her, or she's my arch nemesis or something. But you come here, and she's just another girl who really is super competitive, likes to play basketball. And some of them are probably going to be my best friends for a long time. So, yeah.
Roxanne, it's really fun to see, the amount of fun you guys have in practice. everybody's smiling, having a really good time. Although this is pretty serious all-star game, what are you hoping to get out of this game?
Well, first, I'm playing with a bunch of really good players, so obviously more experience being around players who love basketball. But also, I want to win this game. I want to bring home something for the South, of course.
Bring it home for the South. I'm sure that everybody's going to be getting playing time. Where are we going to be seeing you specifically on the court?
Yeah, I'm kind of a dynamic guard, so I'll move probably. Maddie will probably be point guard too. I'll be point guard, 2 and 3 spot, that kind of thing.
And how did you find about the invitation to be here? Did it come in the mail, the email? What was it like, and what were your thoughts when you got that invitation to come to the All-Star game?
So my coach, Trent Bowers from Pinedale, was super duper proactive, and I knew about this game coming into it, and he was like, you're going to get into this game, you got All-State and everything. So he basically set everything up for me. He communicated with me really well, so we got that set up. When I got the invitation, I was super duper excited. I'm like, it's really cool to be selected for an All-Star game, and just to be able to play with these great players and come to Casper and spend 4 days here. I was so pumped.
Being a representative from Pinedale, if the girls underneath you at some time get interest in this game, are you going to encourage them to come?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I'm the first female to come to this All-Star game or any All-Star game from Pinedale. So I hope that, that can make them want to come and enjoy this experience because it's something that you won't forget.
Catching up again here, Roxanne, thank you very much for all of your time. Anything else before we end?
That's all. Thanks, Cody.
That's everything. We'll go ahead and send it back to the booth. That was my interview with Pinedale girls representative Roxanne Rogers. She's playing on the South team. And, Roxanne Rogers, huge proponent for Pinedale, and 15.4 points per game, added about 3.5 rebounds per game. And it was just good to see her. Free throw percentage, 83%. And in this game, Erin, she's been tasked with handling the ball offensively for the South the majority of the time.
She's been very poised as the North has thrown a couple of different looks at her where either they'll blitz her in the front court or they'll wait till she gets to the half court and throw a double team at her then. But she's been very poised with the back dribble, finding another teammate. As if there's 2 defenders on you, it means someone's open, right?
Absolutely.
And she's been very good at finding the open player.
Really good. All right, we'll go ahead, take our break here at halftime, come back to you with some adjustments that either team can make here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Athletics here in Casper, Wyoming. They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes for the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Today's students are Wyoming's greatest natural resource. They represent the promise of the future of our state. The Wyoming School Boards Association supports exceptional educational opportunities that help students grow and achieve in the classroom and on the field. We appreciate and recognize the good work that goes on inside Wyoming's public schools. With student success in mind, the Wyoming School Boards Association is proud to support Ignite Wyoming. For more information, visit ignitewy.org.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title, 1048 Main Street, Evanston. Welcome back here to our halftime coverage. I'm Cody Olson, joined here with my broadcast partner, Aaron Poling, here live from Casper College in Casper, Wyoming for All-Star Weekend, all culminating now to what is now 2 basketball games left, well, rather 1.5 basketball games left. Aaron, we've seen a lot of really fun stuff out there. One thing that, looking back at the stats from last half as we get ready for this second half here, Tamron Bloom scored 5 points in the first quarter, did not score any points in the second quarter. And I feel like she's going to be a big key in order to get the North back pretty even here with the South and come away with the victory today.
Absolutely, I agree. She was one of the few players from the North that was able to get to her spot where she wanted to on the court and get off her shot. She made a couple of them, and some of them haven't fallen for her, but I think that's going to change here in the second half after you get a chance to get into the locker room, refresh, just take a deep breath. You're only down by 8. You could score 8. This is an all-star team. You could score 8 points in less than a minute.
It's true, and anything can happen. Let's talk a little bit about what the North can do to come back into this game right now. Trends that we have seen that are, I wouldn't say concerning, but trends that paint a picture. Right now, the South team seems to be getting almost every rebound that comes off the board offensively and defensively. Is there something that the North can do, fundamentally speaking, that can bring this game a little bit even?
Oh, you got to do the basic fundamental, boxing out. Those box out drills, you probably didn't do them very often in an all-star practice, but you got to get back to, late December, it's cold, you're grinding, you're tired, and your coach is making you do box out drills. Yep. This is why, because if you can control the rebounds, you are going to have a better shot at winning the game, and that's almost the difference in this game.
30 seconds left before we start our second half. We'd like to thank our sponsors, including Wyoming School Boards Association, for being a great proponent of making this broadcast possible. Also to note, we'd like to thank all of our friends at Wyoming Coaches Association that let us come out here, that let us broadcast this game and bring it out to you. For those of you who are not here in person, grandma and grandpa, maybe they're on the other side of the state right now and they can't watch the game. We are so grateful that you have tuned in to be able to watch this and let us cover the best of Wyoming.
Yeah, for as much fun as the players are having, we're probably having just as much fun. This has been great.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
This has been a great weekend. I mean, this is one of my very first trips with my local radio, and I couldn't have asked for a better way to start my career with Cooks Brothers Broadcasting and my local radio. This has been awesome.
It has been fantastic. So out onto the floor for either team, I'm looking at 4 South players looking for a 5th. I see Emmy Barnes, Megan Counts, Madison Rose, and Allie Olson.
It's going to be Olson to walk the ball across the timeline to get us going underway here in the third quarter. Second half of basketball. The South in the yellow uniforms with the black scripted South across the chest as Barnes drives, and she's going to be fouled. It'll be on the floor. They are attacking from your broadcast from right to left, while the North are in the road browns with the yellow stripes. They have North scripted across the chest. They are attacking left to right. It's going to be South basketball. They go inside to Nielsen. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound hauled in by by the North. Here comes Paddock the other way.
It's a good skying rebound by Jacobson.
Great move there from Paddock as she Euro-stepped around a defender, unable to finish. Good hands. Nearly leads to a steal. Paddock unable to control the missile of a save from Alvar. Olson, double teamed at the timeline, finds Barnes. Barnes back to Olson, surveys the floor. Across the court to Rose. Rose finds Barnes up top. Counts to the corner. They go inside to Nielsen. Nielsen surveys. Left-handed dribble, and she's going to get called for a double dribble as that ball got pinned up against her chest.
Yep, it did. She was trying to do a very classic, a subtle hook. Dip the right shoulder up and underneath is what she was going for. However, in the process of doing so, the ball got stuck in between her hip and her forearm, and that's going to be called for a double dribble.
Paddock carries it across the timeline. On the wing to Alvar. Tejan back into the game. It's good to see her after she took a shot at the end in the midway part of the second quarter. As she gets run over again, Tejan's had a tough night as she's been run over a couple times and elbowed. Barnes steals it. Finds Counts, layup on the way, good! Megan Counts with 2 points, gives the South a 10-point lead.
It's Counts and Barnes working together in tandem, looking very, very sharp.
Paddock thought about it. Dribble, skip pass on the near side wing to Jacobson. Jacobson hands it off to Paddock. Paddock surveys the floor. Inside, 21 Bloom. They get the ball to her. She was working hard. I was about to mention she was working for it. Bloom gets the ball back, and as you mentioned, Cody, she's going to be key. Gets the first 2 points of the half for the North as Olson on the far wing. Pulls up from 3. Good! Good!
Absolutely buries it. That's confidence, and that's a heat check from Allison Olsen.
That is not the player you want to get going for the South. Paddock crosses over, back dribbles. Skip pass, far wing, Jacobson. Bloom gets it back inside. Hook shot on the way, no good. Good move there from Bloom. That was a good counter to the last move she made as Olsen across the timeline. On the wing, it's Rose. Up top to Nielsen. Nielsen drives, blocked away. Swatted away there from 35, Jacobson. Great defense as the North in transition. Crossover, layup on the way, no good. Rebounded by Barnes, finds Olsen. Olsen, cross timeline, inside to 14, counts, unable to bury the shot. Here come the North the other way, it's Alvar. She pulls from 3. Good!
It's a big bucket from Alvar. You know, she's been wanting it all game. She's been pushing and pushing. Her shots have not fallen up until this point, and you know what? Props to her for having such a short memory. She goes out, buries the big 3, and brings the lead down only to 8.
Logan Alvar with a stop and pop in transition. That is a huge shot. That's, you know, that's a gutsy shot too. You have a transition opportunity, you pull up from 3. If you miss, you could be in trouble.
Absolutely, you know, especially considering, you know, the shooting percentage. It's been a talking point for quite a while now. The North gets looks. They cut into the lane. There's, I mean, beautiful Euro step. Even the transition before that, it just fell short, got stuck up in the rim. Alvar stops, and I mean, like, this is what an NBA coach would tell you. Like, you're left alone out on the right side wing. You pull that trigger, you make it go in, and it's a big one. And now lead is cut down to only 8.
It's the Steph Curry effect on basketball, where a transition pull-up 3 like that is a good shot because, you know, you don't get very many open shots like that, and Alvar buries it. Let's set the scene real quick. We are coming to you live from Casper College in the Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Cody Olsen. We are bringing this game to you from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a presentation of First Bank of Wyoming, presentation of girls all-star basketball. It's going to be the South to inbound. Roxanne Rogers. A little bit of faux pressure from the North as Rogers across the timeline to Jones on the wing. Jones crosses over, goes left to the near side. It's Halley, back up top to Rogers. Rogers finds Barnes. Barnes, left-hand drive, floater on the way, bounces off the rim, no good. But Emmy Barnes is gonna go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws.
And I've got to say, you know, with myself last year covering the Rich Rebels of Utah, Aaron, you're going to be covering the Rich Rebels. Emmy Barnes, that's what she did. Every time when she played, she saw a lane, she drove, and was very aggressive with it.
First free throw is good from Barnes. Opportunity here to push the lead back to double digits. Checking in for the North, number 41, that's, Danica Boyce. And number 33. Check that, not 33. It's number 11. Josie Steed checking into the game for the North. She has the ball. Her crossover layup on the way, no good, but she will go to the free throw line. Instant impact off the bench for Josie Steed as she drives, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Steed shoots 2. Rogers.
Trying to get her first points of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Steed's free throw on the way, no good.
Cowley checks in for the South.
Cowley comes in for Emmy Barnes, who goes to take a seat on the bench.
Steed steps back to the line. Free throw on the way. It's good. Josie Steed, a 58% free throw shooter on the season. Buries the second of 2. Splits at the line. Here comes Maddie Jones across the timeline. Jones back dribbles, gets a screen from Seher to Rogers. Rogers on the wing to Halley. To Jones in the corner. Roxanne Rogers working hard in the post as Jones drives left. Tries to hand it off to Seher. Nothing doing. Here comes Alvar. Crosses over in the lane. Left-hand layup on the way. No good. But Logan Alvar's had a pretty good start to the second half. She's going to the line for 2 free throws.
She's being the aggressor for the North, absolutely. And every time she's had the ball, she's looking to score. And that's what the North needs right now. They need aggressive scoring, and maybe getting fouled at the line is one way to claw your way back into this thing.
Alvar's first free throw, good. Stepping back to the line, Logan Alvar was a 72% free throw shooter on the season.
It was like 72% three-point shooter. That'd be pretty impressive.
That would be insane. Rebounded, hauled in by the South. 32-24, South over the North. Here comes Maddie Jones, back dribbles, loses the defender. Roxanne Rogers fakes the shot, spin move at the elbow. Into the lane, Seahair up top. Seahair skip past to Cowley. Cowley to Hallie. To Rogers in the near corner. Looks off the screen, finds Seahair. Seahair up top to Maddie Jones. Finds Hallie at the top of the key. Excuse me. Hallie has it on the wing to Jones in the corner. She drives left, past the defender. Nice. Right-handed finish. Beautiful scoop layup there from Maddie Jones. Pushes the lead to 10. 34-24, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They go inside to Alvar. Why not? Beautiful move from Logan Alvar. Up and under, step through with the reverse layup. This was Horst. That's a hard shot to make. Alvar made it look easy. Here comes the South. Cowley finds Jones. Jones up top. Finds Rogers. Rogers to Hallie. Her three on the way is good. Big shot there from Reese Hallie. Here comes the North. They go inside. It's Boyce. Handoff to Alvar. Alvar shot on the way, no good. A little bit of tight quarters there for Logan Alvar to try to find her way to the hoop. Unable to get her shot off under the backboard. Here comes Jones.
She came out thinking that maybe she was going to be able to go to the line for that one.
Cowley, three, no good. Follows her shot, gets her own rebound, and she's going to be called for a travel as she was a little off balance. Good effort there, though, from Cowley. Checking back into the game for the South, number 22, that's Allison Olson. 37-26 with 4:01 to go in the third quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Cody Olson. We're coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a presentation of Wyoming All-Star Basketball. Danica Boyce, her 15-footer on the way, no good. That's going to bounce out of bounds. Also checking into the game for the North is number 31, Jerica Kaler.
Jinx.
I think that means you owe me a pop.
No, I think you owe me a pop.
Ah. Or do we say soda in Wyoming? It's Maddie Jones across the timeline. Into the corner, Hallie feeling it. Three on the way, good! Reese Hallie with two threes back to back. South take a 14-point lead. Tejan back into the game. Finds Jericho Kaler. On the wing to Tejan. She's got a little bit of a napkin in her nose. Bloody nose and all. She finishes the layup over the tough defense. Beautiful bucket there from Kendall Tejan. 40-28.
That shows a lot of heart, and that shows a lot of determination. You know, one that goes in and gets an elbow earlier on in the game, comes driving in, scoops it up on a contested layup.
Roxanne Rogers tries to split a double team. That's going to go out of bounds. North basketball. Chance here to cut the lead to single digits.
Ryan Bell on the penalty for North.
You have to give props to Tejan, because if I took an elbow the way she did, I would be out of commission for about a week.
Or at the very least, think twice about driving into the lane, but yet in the last possession, she went right into the teeth of the defense. Did not flinch.
Bell pulls up on the way, 15-footer, rolls around and in.
Nice.
Nice move there from Ryan Bell. She cuts the lead to 10. Comes Maddie Jones. Crosses over. Good defense there from Tejan. And we're going to get a traveling violation. That was caused by Kendall Tejan. She is a gamer, Cody. There is no doubt about it.
Pro gamer moves right there by Tejan. Absolutely. Just goes ahead and sits in the chair in front of probably the slipperiest ball handler in the game out here. Number 10 of the South, Maddie Jones. And wins that battle and gets a possession back for her team.
Tejan, this time Jones defending Tejan. Bell on the near wing. Thought about it. Picks up her dribble. She is double teamed. That's good defense there from 20, Cowley, as she deflects the pass away, and the South has it. It's Olsen right on the Casper College logo to the corner. Counts. Counts, pass is deflected away by Tejan again, and Paddock picks up the loose ball. Tejan causes another steal. Paddock into the lane, dribbles it off her foot, and that's going to go out of bounds. That'll go to the South.
A little bit of out-of-control offense just on that one. Just have to take a quick breather. Tejan has come into the ball game, and she's going to get subbed out just to get a breather. But on 3 back-to-back-to-back possessions, she's won the ball for the North.
Olsen will carry it up the floor for the South. Guarded by Paddock. Across the timeline. On the far wing, it's Maddie Jones. Dribbles left. Finds a little pocket pass to Olsen as they were about 5 feet away. Skip pass. Nielsen, she drives. Pass stolen by Alvar. Alvar driving left. Spin move around Jones. Left-hand layup on the way. Good! Logan Alvar with a beautiful pirouette move at about the elbow to shed the defender and finish the layup. She nearly gets a steal there. A little helter-skelter here for the South, and we're going to get a timeout called by head coach Jessica Moretti. And with that, I'm Aaron Poling. This is Cody Olsen coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth. This is a presentation of First Bank of Wyoming's presentation of All-Star Basketball, the girls' game. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES #1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Welcome back to Swede Erickson Thunderbird Gym on the campus of Casper College. On the campus of Casper College, I'm Aaron Poling. This is my broadcast partner, saving me because I can't say campus, Cody Olsen. We're coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the girls' All-Star game. We got the South leading 40-20 with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. This game is flying, Cody. I guess that's true what they say. Time flies when you're having fun, and we are having a blast.
We are. We're having a really, really fun time. And you know what? I'm just so impressed with these teams. The North specifically, clawing back into this. Only being down 8 points is a huge win in my eyes, truly, to a very talented South team right now.
Olsen crosses over at the timeline. At top to Key. On the wing to Rose. Rose has it poked away. Jerica Kaler. The North is doing it defensively. Cowley has it up top. Reese Cowley is the difference right now with a couple of threes as Olsen fakes the shot. Counts, cuts across the lane, to no avail. Skip pass to Rose, her 3 on the way. Bounces around, no good. Rebound saved to the South as Olsen, she fires. No good. Rebound tipped and pulled in by Alvar. Here comes Alvar. She's going to carry it up the court herself. Very capable in transition. Finds Kaler. Kaler back up top to Paddock.
Coach Honeyman telling his North team to set up. Let's get some sort of set look going, get something easy here, bring this thing within 6.
Paddock drives on Olsen. Her move, beautiful left-hand finish, and that's going to cut the lead to 6. That's a great move.
For the North.
That's exactly the play that they wanted too.
Olsen tries to go inside. That's going to be knocked away by Alvar. Good hands there to deny the entry pass. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. 40-34. South with a chance to extend the lead before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, just got 10 seconds. You just have to set up something real nice. Don't need to force anything really right now.
Olsen surveys under the hoop. Finds Nielsen. She makes the move. That is blocked, but she's going to be fouled ahead of the free throw line. Great move there by Olivia Nielsen, as she will go to the line for 2 with 1.4 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Strong move as she goes up, and she got kind of just raked a little bit on the arm, so she's got a chance now to push it back to 8 if she chooses. She's halfway there in doing so, going 1 for 1 on the first 2.
Nielsen back to the free throw line. Second free throw, no good. 74% free throw shooter, 7th best in 3A. And that's going to do it for us here in the third quarter. I'm Aaron Poland. This is Cody Olson with me, coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of girls all-star basketball. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to Sweet Erickson Gym on the campus of Casper College. I'm Aaron Poland with Cody Olson. We're coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of girls all-star basketball. We've got a 41-34 game heading into the fourth quarter. It is a 7-point ball game. It's been a pretty good ball game. The North has kind of clawed their way back into it on the backs of Tejan and Alvar, as they have been fantastic, with Taryn Bloom helping out along the way as well. It is the North with the basketball looking to cut the lead. Opportunity here to cut the lead to 5, as Paddock crosses over. Math was never my strong suit. At the top of the key. Backdoor pass, good find as Alvar is unable to corral the bullet pass there from Emma Paddock. That was a beautiful look. That'll lead to a jump ball. Good defense from the South to tie the ball up. Rogers will inbound to Olson.
That was a great thought, and Alvar found herself in a bad position, really, underneath the basket. Couldn't go anywhere, and they collapsed in on her underneath.
Paddock with the steal. Showtime, baby. She lays it in with the left hand. 41-36. Good defense there from Emma Paddock. Olson will try Tejan this time. Across the timeline, gets a screen from Rogers. They go inside to Hallie. She corrals the pass. Guarded heavily. The North defense has been hounding the South here in the second half.
Very suffocating, and I think it's just because there's been less fouls called in this ball game that they can be more liberal with how they play.
Oh, what a move there from Nielsen, as she went up and under with the scoop lefty layup. No good, but she will go to the line for 2 free throws. 4. That example of lunch pail basketball, old school, take them to the hoop, old school, take them to the block, go up and under.
Absolutely. And, as we start this fourth quarter, Aaron, we really want to go ahead and thank Wyoming School Boards Association. The fourth quarter is sponsored by Wyoming School Boards Association, both in the boys and girls game here.
First free throw, no good from Nielsen. Second one on the way, no good. Unfortunately, after the beautiful move, she comes up empty. They push it up the floor to Paddock. Paddock drives, pulls up from 15, that's off. Rebound is going to be hauled in by Nielsen. Surveys the floor, finds Rogers. Rogers has a clear path to the timeline. Will be picked up by Paddock there. On the wing to Barnes. Move, lefty, finishes at the rim. Beautiful move there from Barnes to push the lead back to 7. The skill has really been on display here in the second half of these girls. There's been some wonderful moves. Paddock thought about it.
I feel like both teams have really kind of settled into their own. Like the jitters went away, and they've been able to really play their own game, and shots have been coming easier now.
Paddock will go to the line for 2 free throws after she got a nice little handoff there from Tamron Bloom, That's one of my favorite plays. You get it to the big at the elbow, hand it to the guard, let your guard explode on the handoff. Almost can kind of be like a little bit of a read option if you're playing football.
That's right.
First free throw is good.
Paddock already with 3 quick points under 2 minutes here. She is putting on a show and pushing to the end.
Second free throw is good from Paddock. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. 5-point game. Rogers to inbound. Here comes the North with some pressure. Rogers guarded by Paddock. They move it up the court. Hallie surveys, crosses the timeline, picks up her dribble, but was able to find Rogers on the near side wing. Rogers, top the key, gets a screen to the hoop. Her layup, good. That's a great finish through some contact there from Roxanne Rogers as she was able to reach around the defender and lay it in. Paddock pushes up the floor. Steed into the lane. Her layup on the way is going to get blocked, but there will be a foul called on the South coming over the top.
Yeah, she went up into the trees, and she's going to get rewarded with 2 free shots at the line.
2 shots for Josie Steed.
It'll be Steed stepping to the free throw line for the North. First free throw, no good. Steed stepping to the line, a 58% free throw shooter on the season. 7:52 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Aaron Pullen, this is Cody Olson. We're coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of girls All-Star basketball. As Tijan, her 3 on the way, no good. That would have been pretty poetic after the just rough physical game that Tijan has played. Caught an elbow in the second quarter, is playing with, looks like a napkin in her nose. Rogers is going to carry it across the timeline. She is hounded by Paddock. Hands it off on the wing to Hallie. They go back inside to Rogers. Her shot on the way, no good. That's going to be a foul called as Roxanne Rogers will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Going to make Rogers earn it the hard way here in our Wyoming Coaches Association game here, Wyoming School Boards Association fourth quarter. Here's Rogers' second attempt to get some points. First free throw missed.
Rogers steps back to the line. Free throw on the way, no good. Uncharacteristic as Rogers is an 83% free throw shooter on the year. Here comes Bloom the other way. Sees open, she pulls up from 15 feet, no good. Good look, just unable to finish. As here comes Rogers back the other way for the South. Pushes it ahead, Hallie. Pulls up, 15-footer on the way, no good. Great defense there from the North. Alvar pushes it up to Kaler. Kaler, her shot blocked from behind, but we are going to have a foul called on Olivia Nielsen, and she cannot believe it.
I don't think it was really the foul on the upper body. I think it was just the body check going into it, and that's maybe why.
That'll put Kaler to the free throw line for 2 free throws. First one on the way, no good.
Got to make these free throws if you're the North. You've had a couple chances and you've come up empty on a few of them. With this being such a close game, these free throws are the shots that are going to close that distance.
Checking back into the game for the North, number 23, Emma Paddock. And we're waiting for the player to reveal the number. And number 11, Josie Steed. Second free throw on the way is good from Kaler. Here comes Maddie Jones fresh into the ball game for the South. To Nielsen. Finds Hallie. She surveys the court on the far wing. They go inside to Nielsen. Passes deflected away. Here comes Alvar the other way for the North. She decides to slow down and let Paddock catch up. She'll get it to the ball handler. Paddock. Guarded by Olsen. Crosses over, goes left, gets a screen. Finds Alvar. Alvar tries to go to work inside. We're going to get a bump called on number 14 of the South. That is Megan Counts, as she was unable to establish position. With 6:33 to go, it'll be the North basketball out of bounds underneath the hoop.
And you could tell that Alvar wanted to go in all the way, and that foul was the only thing that was going to keep her from shooting that ball in the paint.
Checking back into the game for the North, number 25, Kendall Tijan. The North, they inbound. Bloom up top,
Big
wide
shot.
open. On the way, no good. Rebound is hauled in by Counts. That was a physical board. His body's hit the floor. Here comes Maddie Jones. No one stops her. Cross-court pass. Beautiful find there from Maddie Jones to 34 in yellow. That's Reese Hallie. Jones gets her teammate 2 free throws with that beautiful find. That's a great pass from Maddie Jones.
That's awesome pass. You know, considering how low to the court she is, that she could get that thing up and over the top of the defenders there. That's just a great assist.
First free throw on the way, no good. Checking back into the game for the South girls, the South All-Star team is Desireen Seahair. Checking into the game for the North is number 41, Danica Boyce. Seahair probably wears a number 42. Second free throw on the way, good. 46-39, the South over the North. It's Paddock across the timeline. Finds Bloom on the near wing. Guarded tightly, Bloom hesitates. Tries to force a pass inside. Kaler's able to come up with it, but we're gonna get a foul called, I think on Kaler. They're gonna call an offensive foul. Oh, excuse me, they're gonna call a timeout on the North. The ref punched the air like a charge, but
he did.
I'm Aaron Poling, this is Cody Olson. We are coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth.
This is the Wyoming Coaches Association, game here in Wyoming School Boards Association fourth quarter.
Of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Girls All-Star Game. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We're gonna stay here for, as it is a quick timeout. We've already wasted a bunch of time fumbling over the sponsors, so if we go to commercial now, we're just going to be shortchanging someone. But Cody, what have you seen differently from the North? As it seems like instead of the South having control of this game, it feels like they're trying to fend them off.
It's been a lot more even. It does. You're 100% right. The South is almost defensively keeping the North away with the poking and prodding of a 10-foot pole. You feel the North gnawing at the South, trying to get back into this one. And if you're not careful in the last 6 minutes, it would not surprise me whatsoever if we're looking at a tie ball game or at least a one-point game.
Well, let's set the scene. 6:03 to go in the fourth quarter, 6:03 to go in the game. 46-39 South over the North. Of note, both teams have 6 fouls, so the rest of the way we'll be shooting 1-and-1 free throws. It's North ball underneath their offensive hoop. Paddock to inbound. Finds Tejan. She's open for a 3, no good, and we're going to get a foul call. This is offensive. That's going to be called on Taryn Bloom, it looks like, or Tamarin Bloom, excuse me. South basketball. Here comes North with the pressure. Kaler. Zon Jones switches back to Paddock. Paddock pokes it off of Maddie Jones. Great defensive effort there from Emma Paddock, and she was able to poke the ball off of Jones. North basketball. Checking back into the game for the North is Logan Alvar. Little defense for offense move as Bloom comes out.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, when you poke in that aggressively, you're going to get a reach-in call.
Passes out of the reach of Paddock. Maddie Jones comes up with a steal. Loses her dribble. Pass inside. Stolen by Alvar. Great transition defense from Logan Alvar to hustle back and get the steal. She slows down. Finds Paddock up top. Paddock crosses over into the paint. Beautiful find there from Boyce. Boyce is unable to finish, or else that would have been a great assist there from Emma Paddock.
Oh, this is one that you hold your breath on and the ball just doesn't find its way home. Go home, ball.
Here comes the South. It's Hallie. Picks up her dribble, finds Seahair at the top of the key. Gets a screen. On the wing to Cowley. And we're going to get a whistle underneath. If that's a foul, it's going to be called on the South. Number 14, Megan Counts, as she was battling for position. Checking back into the game for the North, number 21, Tamarin Bloom. Paddock brings it up the court. Paddock gets a screen, drives right. Good defense there from Jones to not allow her to turn the corner. They go inside, Bloom. Bloom back to Alvar. Fadeaway on the way, good! That's a nice shot there from Logan Alvar. Good find from Bloom. When the North has gotten the ball to the offensive elbow, they've done some pretty good things out of that set. Jones, hounded by Paddock. Paddock has been a problem for the South this entire second half. Spin move on the way. Shot by Hallie, no good. Rebound is hauled in by the North. They push it, so Hallie gets the steal. 3 on the way, no good. She gets her own rebound. Finds Counts, no good. Hallie, second opportunity at a rebound, no good, but she will go to the free throw line.
Gotta box out if you're the North. That's too many chances. Too many chances if you're trying to get back in this one. You're only 5 down. Find a body.
We want to take a moment to thank our sponsor of the fourth quarter. It is the Wyoming School Boards Association. They sponsor our fourth quarter, and what a fourth quarter it has been. First free throw on the way is good from Hallie. She pushes it to a 6-point game. We are going to get a quick timeout. I'm Aaron Pullen, this is Cody Olson. We're coming to you from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of America Wyoming presentation of the girls all-state basketball game in the Wyoming School Board fourth quarter. We're going to be right back after this quick commercial break.
This is Colt Hamilton with Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston. I'm excited to announce our new Legendary Leadership Award. Each month we are going to be giving away $1,000 to a local legendary leader. We need your nominations. We want to start giving back to people that have stepped up to keep our community thriving. Nominate anyone from leaders among our schools, healthcare workers, first responders, and so on. Who do you know that has made an impact in our community? Together, let's recognize and reward people that have made a difference in your lives. Email me your nominations at leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com or click the link below. Again, that's leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com.
Today's students are Wyoming's greatest natural resource. They represent the promise of the future of our state. The Wyoming School Boards Association supports exceptional educational opportunities that help students grow and achieve in the classroom and on the field. We appreciate and recognize the good work that goes on inside Wyoming's public schools. With student success in mind, the Wyoming School Boards Association is proud to support Ignite Wyoming. For more information, visit ignitewy.org.
Welcome back to Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym on the campus of Casper College. I'm Aaron Pullen. This is Cody Olson with Cody Olson. We are in the Union Wireless broadcast booth as Hallie's second free throw bounces out. Here come the North. This is the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the girls All-Star game as Paddock saves it from going out of bounds. Crosses the timeline. Back dribble, loses the defender to the corner for Steed. Steed dribbles out, looks to set up the offense. Still has the ball, steps across the CC logo at center court of the Casper College gym, finds Paddock on the wing. Paddock to Alvar, Alvar to Steed on the far corner. She pump fakes, drives to the lane, floater on the way, short. As Nielsen comes down for the rebound for the South. The North have been getting good looks in the second half. They're just still not falling for them. A little bit of rust. Olsen across the timeline. Hounded by Paddock. Her defense has been key to this comeback for the North. On the corner, Cowley. Spin moves, steps back. Little crossover, finds daylight. Unable to get the shot off. Continues to dribble the ball, finds Olsen. Olsen to the top to key for counts. Her 15-footer on the way. Rolls off the backboard and out. Rebound is hauled in by Steed for the second. The South pulls it, steals it from Steed, finds Olsen. Olsen shot on the way, no good. It's going to be North basketball with 3:08 to go.
You know, if that three would have gone by Olsen, who was probably about 3 feet beyond the three-point line, that would have been a huge shot and one that would have really, really hurt the chances of the North for coming back.
Comes Paddock. The North, they trail by 6. Paddock to Tejan. Tejan drives, finds Alvar. Alvar's going to be called for a travel as her feet were still going as she caught the ball. 2:54 to go in the Wyoming School Board fourth quarter. Checking back.
School Boards Association.
Wyoming School Boards Association fourth quarter. Checking back into the game for the South is number 24, Emmy Barnes. Olsen. Crosses the timeline. Hounded by Paddock. On the wing to Counts. Back dribbles. Gets a screen from Nielsen. Drives left. And looks like she's content with just dribbling out some clock. Hands it off to Emmy Barnes. Emmy Barnes has had a solid game to Olsen on the far wing. She's going to be fouled by Paddock. Paddock looks like she's being overly aggressive because she doesn't have very many personal fouls. That's something you can kind of afford to do down 6 with 2:27 to go.
Yeah.
You just might not want to send Allie Olsen to the free throw line.
Yeah, Allie Olsen, one that maybe not might not be the best one to send to the free throw line. As here she is, makes the first one. Overall, 71% free throw shooter.
Olsen steps back to the line. Second one on the way, good. 49-41 with 2:27 to go on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Here comes Tejan. Stops, finds Alvar. Transition 3 on the way, no good. Hauled in by Counts. Here comes Olsen with the ball on the far wing.
And it is crunch time now. There's no room left for error for the North in order to get back into this one.
Olsen finds Rose into the lane, no good. Rebound hauled in by Alvar. She affected that shot. Here comes Tejan. Tejan picks up her dribble to Alvar. Alvar, a little look-away pass, finds Bloom inside, up and under move, no good. Rebound hauled in by Barnes. Splits 2 defenders on her way to transition, and she's going to be fouled as this is getting pretty physical here in the final 2 minutes of this game.
Well, people want to come back and make it a good game. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad that these teams are going out and giving everything that they have.
2 shots for Barnes.
Barnes will shoot 2, as that is the 10th personal foul against the North. Free throw on the way, good. That's one thing the South has done a little bit better than the North so far in this game, is they've made their free throws.
Yeah.
Checking back into the game for the South is number 12, Roxanne Rogers. And for the North, number 41, Danica Boyce. We're going to get a quick timeout as Tejan lost her dribble. And with that, I'm Aaron Poling. This is Cody Olson. We are coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth. A First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Girls All-Star Game in the Wyoming School Board's Education. I'll get that right eventually. Fourth quarter, 50-41. We'll come to you right back after a quick commercial break.
Today's students are Wyoming's greatest natural resource. They represent the promise of the future of our state. The Wyoming School Boards Association supports exceptional educational opportunities that help students grow and achieve in the classroom and on the field. We appreciate and recognize the good work that goes on inside Wyoming's public schools. With student success in mind, the Wyoming School Boards Association is proud to support Ignite Wyoming. For more information, visit ignitewy.org.
Welcome back to Swede Erickson Thunderbird Gym on the campus of Casper College. I'm Aaron Poling along with my broadcast partner Cody Olson, coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of girls all-star basketball where the South leads the North 50-41. It's Emma Paddock. Across the timeline, she dribbles to the right wing, drives right on Rogers. Good help defense there from Barnes. Kicks it out, Tejan, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled up by Danica Boyce, stolen by Emmy Barnes. Boyce with great effort there. She's able to poke it away from behind and at least make the South try to score on a set defense as they had a 2-on-1 the other way.
Yep.
1:14 to go in the game, and it's 50-41 South over the North. Barnes to inbound. They go directly inside to count. Spin move on the way, no good. Rebounded by Boyce. Boyce finds Bloom. Bloom's out in transition. Finds Tejan. Layup. Good. Beautiful pass there from Bloom as she found Tejan. 50-43, 7-point game. Rogers guarded by Paddock. Rogers splits 2 defenders across the timeline as she is bumped down. Ball lands in the hands of Counts. Olsen has it, and she is going to, nope, they're not going to give the foul, as Alvar looked like she was trying to foul. Barnes, 3, good!
Wow.
That is a dagger.
That is the dagger right there.
From Emmy Barnes, that puts the South up 10. Paddock across the timeline with 30 seconds to go. Gets a screen. And we are going to get a timeout called by the North. I'm Aaron Poling, my broadcast partner Cody Olson, coming to you live from the Union Wireless broadcast booth, a First Bank of America,
First Bank of Wyoming
presentation of Girls All-Star Basketball. We are in the Wyoming Board of Education, fourth quarter.
Wyoming School Boards of Education.
It's infectious.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun one. either way, we'd like to thank our sponsors and tell them that we appreciate them, Wyoming School Boards Association, for sponsoring our fourth quarter.
Without them, none of this is possible. This would be a great cap off to our weekend, as we've been here for a couple of days now, just talking to the players during their practices and just getting to know some of the players. It's been a lot of fun. And the games haven't disappointed either. Like,
Absolutely not.
First game of the day was a volleyball game that went to the 5th set, where the South, they beat the North in 5 sets, as the South leads here 53-43. They're looking to take the series. They get one more win. South are up 2-0 in the whole entire series.
It's true. Out of the 3 games, yes, they'd have 2 down in the books, but doesn't mean that the boys' game isn't going to be one of the funnest things that you're going to be able to see all year long.
Let's not put the nail in the coffin yet as they inbound. Alvar's 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by Tijan. Tries to split a defender on the floor. Great effort there, and we're going to get a jump ball. You have to respect the effort there from Tijan, and she's playing with the napkin in her nose because she got elbowed in the face in the second quarter, and it busted her nose open.
Yep.
You have to love the effort, down 10, still diving on the floor. Tijan has it in the corner. They go inside. Boyce, left-handed hook shot on the way, no good, but she was fouled. Danica Boyce got to the left hand, and she'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Following Nielsen. 2 shots for Boyce.
Boyce to the free throw line. First one on the way. It is good. Cuts the lead to 9. 53-44 with 10.7 seconds to go on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Boyce steps back to the line. Makes both. And here comes an all-out blitz from the North. Tijan, Boyce tries to trap Roxanne Rogers. She dribbles by. 4 seconds to go. And Tijan fighting to the last whistle as Barnes has it, and that is going to do it for us here in the Girls All-Star Game. The South, they win 53-45. I'm Aaron Pullen. This is Cody Olson. This has been a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the State Girls All-Star Game. We'll be right back in about 25 minutes for the start of the boys' game. I'm Aaron Pullen. This is Cody Olson. We got to switch streams, correct?
I think we're going to be staying here on this stream. We'll just take a quick second and come back to you for the pregame coverage in just a moment's time. Welcome back to Casper, Wyoming, as we get ready on the college campus of Casper College. We are here for the boys all-star game here in Wyoming, Swede Erickson Gymnasium, Thunderbird Gym. I'm Cody Olson, joined here with Aaron Pulling for our third and final game of the day. It is now time for the boys to duke it out, north and south. It's really awesome to be here with you, both our listenership and with you, Aaron. It's been a fun day so far.
Oh, this has been fantastic, from whether it's singing the songs in between during commercials or just the awesome action that's been on the floor. This has been a great time.
It's been a fantastic one. As really important to note, we have been having interviews all around, and we've mostly gotten a hold of everybody at certain points, at one point or another. And we'd like to thank our coaches and our players that have come out and participated here. Let's go ahead and start with our South coach interview, Coach Tag Lane.
Here with the head coach of the South Boys All-Star Team, Tag Lane. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a good week, and we're starting to get excited to play some basketball.
I'm getting excited just watching these practices. Is this your first time being a part of the event?
Yeah, first time as a coach at the All-Star, but 8 years at Central High School, and I'm going to hang up the whistle here in Wyoming, and this will be my last event, so kind of fun to finish it out with this.
Now that you've had your team for a couple of days, what can we kind of expect out of your team this weekend?
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. For one thing, I think we got a great mix. Have an opportunity to kind of work with them the last few days. I wasn't sure what we were going to get at the point guard position, but man, we have two nice point guards, and so, Ashton Bartow from Rollins, just a good all-around player, but he's really handled the point for one of our groups and done a nice job. And then Dylan Johnson from Star Valley, really like the way that he sees the floor, handles the ball, pushes the ball in transition. And so it starts with those point guards, and we've got a couple that we can rely on.
Is there a kid on the team that you've had to play against for maybe the past 3 years that you're finally excited that you don't have to game plan for? You actually get to game plan for him to score points?
Big time, and that's Mari Alexander. Mari is he's a big, strong, physical post. He's not real tall, but he is such a force inside and really smart. Knows how to use his body, and he's been a physical force. And Dylan from Green River. Dylan has been, a guy for the last few years at Green River that's had his, had a lot of great games and good games against us, and he's been fun to coach. And those two guys will get after a little bit.
Outside of the basketball aspect, what's one of the things that you've enjoyed the most about this weekend?
Hanging out with Mick Cochran. Mick and I have been friends for many years, going back to our baseball days, and having a guy like him around has been awesome. It's been a lot of jokes, a lot of fun, and Jim Schaefer and Jim and I have been on the staff together before, and he's going to take over for me at Central now, and he's a lot of fun, great basketball mind. And so just hanging out with the coaches, the players have been awesome. We've just hanging out in the dorms, which doesn't sound like that much, but with these guys, it's been a lot of fun.
What's one thing the state of Wyoming should know about Tag Lane before you hang up the clipboard and whistle?
Big thing is just really appreciate all the friendships and relationships that I've built over the years, and a lot of great memories. And, I'll always be a big fan of high school basketball in Wyoming, and been very fortunate to be a part of the history of Wyoming basketball and win a couple state titles. And, those are things I'll carry with me the rest of my life.
That was our interview with head coach of the South, Tag Lane. Aaron, you got to talk with him, and Coach Lane is going to be retiring in the very, very near future, and he's been around Wyoming athletics for a really, really, really long time. the last name Lane is one that's synonymous with athletics in the state of Wyoming. You know, how does it feel for you just getting to interview him for the last time? This is his last basketball game he gets to coach, really.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, that's probably his last interview he's going to do as a head coach. It's kind of an honor for someone to be the last interviewer of a guy who's done so much for the sports world of the state of Wyoming. If some of you may know the name of Brandon Nimmo, I mean, I couldn't wait to get this fact out there. He coached Brandon Nimmo in Legion ball. Brandon Nimmo, of course, is a baseball player that plays for the New York Mets.
Yeah, it's really awesome to be able to meet with him. You know, we'd like to recognize Coach Lane for all that he's done for the state of Wyoming and athletics. We should have a really, really fun game today between the North and the South. You know, just these kids warming up. They can jump out of the gym, so it should be a really, really fun one. Also like to recognize Kyle, our head coach for the North team, Kyle Miller. Kyle Miller was the one person that we couldn't quite get an interview for, just because he's just been so gosh darn busy getting ready for this game. But shout out to him and his team as well. We're about 6.5 minutes approximately away from tip-off. We'll get ready for starting lineups and give you a couple nuggets of information coming into this one. It should be a really good one. We'll come back to you in just a moment's time here on First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Wyoming Athletics here at Casper College, mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title. 1048 Main Street, Evanston.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call, 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
We welcome you back into the Union Wireless broadcast booth. Here, Cody Olson. I'm joined here with Aaron Poling. We're getting ready for the boys all-star basketball game now. It should be one that is going to be remembered for a while. We have so many different narratives that we can talk about here in this game. We got a couple players crossing over from the Shrine Bowl that we did last year, or rather last month in June. We've got a couple players that have been sworn rivals here in in the local area, and now they get to play on the same team for North and South. It is just it's just a fantastic atmosphere. People kind of filing in, coming out to watch these games. We're about 4 minutes away. Aaron, what has it been like for you, specifically for the boys? We got to sit in and watch them. They had a little bit of a different approach than what we saw with the girls. And what was that you noticed in the practices?
So it was a lot more playing and getting to know each other as players. Obviously, they still have plays, but they did a lot more 5-on-5 scrimmaging. We sat in on the South boys this day we got here, which was Thursday, and they pretty much scrimmaged the whole entire time, and they shot a lot of free throws. And free throws are kind of what the difference was in the first basketball game of this weekend, with the South hitting more free throws down the stretch than the North girls did. So I predict that free throws are going to be a huge component to this game, and whatever team can knock them down, because you got to remember, some of these kids may not have played basketball since the last time they walked off the court for the high school season.
Right. Absolutely. 3 minutes away. We'll go ahead and take one more quick ad break and come back to you for some lineups. here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Wyoming All-Star Sports and Athletics here in Casper, Wyoming.
Music is a path to lifelong learning and knowledge of self and culture. When we sing or create music, we use all parts of the brain and supports healthy social development. Music training can improve recall and retention of verbal information, advance math achievement, boost reading and language arts skills, and even increase the average SAT scores. Music's fun. Lessons can be in person or online.
This is Mindy Olive, owner of Piano with Mindy K. I teach students from 3 to adult. Visit pianowithmindyk.com today for more information or to sign up for lessons.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with a fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy. Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Moments away before we start this game for the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Boys Basketball game here in the Sweet Erickson Gymnasium, Thunderbird Gym here in Casper College. You know, one person that Coach Tag Lane talked about was Maury Alexander, and we saw him in practice, and oh my goodness, that dude is big. He plays big in the paint. He commands the ball. He's got athleticism, averages about 17 points per game, which ranks 4th in 4A for the boys in all of the state. 9 rebounds a game. That's 4th in the state. 2.1 assists and about a steal a game. So, you know, this Alexander basically averages a double-double, a high double-double, not a cheap double-double either. So it's very impressive to see what he's able to do, and Coach Lane talked about him with high praise.
One of the things that stood out to me, too, is he doesn't just do it 5 feet from the hoop. He can step out on you and knock down some shots.
Yeah, we saw him out at the elbow. Just be like, all right, give it to me. I'm going to put it in. So
he had a step back in practice, and I didn't think a human body that big could move that swiftly and be able to stay on balance and shoot it. I mean, a lot of kids could probably do a step back, but how many kids can like step back with explosion and then stay on balance?
Right, absolutely. Let's go ahead and recognize the lineups here. We're just moments away from the beginning of this game. Let's go ahead and start with the North team, coached by Kyle Miller.
Torrin Graham, Powell High School.
Cody Wright, Du Bois High School.
Frank Sinclair, Sheridan High School.
Lucas Engel, Riverton High School.
Hardy Johnson, Hot Springs County High School. Tyler Pacheco, Kelly Walsh High School.
Zach Ratcliffe, Powell High School. Sean Burr-Romero, Wind River High School.
Tissa Gwena, Lander Valley High School.
Luca Brooks, Ernest May Elementary School.
Lucas May Elementary School. It's going to be really good. Let's go recognize our South team.
Isaiah Riggs, Central High School.
Eli Kern, Rollins High School.
Ashton Bardo, Rollins High School.
Mario Alexander, Cheyenne South.
Cameron Spence, Douglas High School.
Dylan Johnson, Star Valley High School.
Cade Pruitt, Wheatland High School.
Dylan Taylor, Green River.
Coy Gilbert, and Kama High School.
Vidal Sebring, Wyoming Indian High School.
So we get our introductions for each of our teams. All right, number 25 here for the North team. Hardy Johnson, Cody Wright, number 31. Lucas Engel, number 33. Lucas Engel. Frank Sinclair, number 35. You've heard about Frank Sinclair in multiple sports. And then Torrin Graham. of Powell.
Number 41, Torrin Graham from Powell. The North is coached by Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller at the head of this fantastic squad on the year.
And now for the South.
Here comes the South team.
Number
Looking
10,
over here on the left side to the south. Vidal Seabury. Number 10.
Number 12,
Eli Kern.
Eli Kern.
Number 12. Behind him, Isaiah Rigg, number 20.
Isaiah Rigg from Cheyenne Central.
A Green River prospect here, Dylan Taylor, number 22.
Green River High School.
Number 24, Ashton Bartow.
From Rawlins. Number 32, Dylan Johnson, Star Valley.
Dylan Johnson from Star Valley. Number 30.
Number 30, Cameron Spence from Douglas.
Excuse me, Dylan Johnson, number 32. Cameron Spence, number 30.
Cade Pruitt from Wheatland.
Well, they might have switched it up a little bit here.
Number 40.
Yeah, the master roster we were sent had them backwards.
Oh boy. So we'll switch those two up.
Coy Gilbert from Encampment.
Cade Pruitt, number 34. Monroe Alexander. Monry Alexander, number 40, and Coy Gilbert, number 44. That is your starting lineup here as we get ready for more action. Our Wyo predicts gives this one the biggest advantage towards the north, believe it or not. 57% compared to the South's 43%. These graphics given to us by Wyo predicts, as we're going to go ahead and start off our live camera here in the first quarter. Exchanging pleasantries out here. Everybody shaking hands, getting all prepped and ready to go. To jump for either team, Cade Pruitt up against Lucas Engel. Pruitt wins that one, but it ends up in the arms of Luca Brooks. Brooks drives and takes a 10-foot jumper right in front of the free throw line, and that's going to be the first points for the North. Driving baseline and skipping it out, left elbow jumper, South, rolling around and popping in, number 12. That is Eli Kern. Out to the far side, a three-point ball. That one's short, no problem. That ball goes rolling out of bounds. Do the camera first, don't worry about stats. That one rolling out of bounds. That's a little bit of a push and a call here. The North will take it out on their near side of the inbound. Ball is slapped, reaching up and over the top. Number 31 coming to grab the one, Cody Wright. A long three, long for Team North. An air ball, and it's going to be last touched by the North boys.
Fast start to this game.
No kidding. It's like another level type of stuff here. Inbound to number 24 of the South, Ashton Bartow. Bartow giving it up to the very top for Eli Kern. Kern inside to Alexander. This is what we looked at in practice. He goes up with the left hand and gets nothing but air actually on that one. Rebound for the North. Skipping up to the front. Left side wing. Space taken, rolling out, no good. And a shot there from Luca Brooks, no good. Bartow pitches it back to Johnson. Johnson goes up with the right hand, and that one's no good. An offensive rebound, up and in and underneath with the left hand for Alexander. Here comes the North. South is up 4-2 after the score from Alexander. Lob up and over the top as he gets back, kicking it out to the left side baseline. Back up and a little bit of space, a floater inside. Number 31, Cody Wright. Squaring things up even at 4 here with about 8 minutes left here in the first. Right side, three-pointer, right side wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Baseball pass out to the front for Brooks. Brooks takes the three on the left side wing. He holds positioning and buries that one. Brooks with a three-pointer. He leads all scoring currently right now. Johnson with a three-pointer of his own. Answers the call straight away from the top of the key. Crossover into the paint, kicking it back out. Let's try another three on the left side for the North. This one, Brick, long arcing rebound, and this one coming in and getting fouled is number 34, Cade Pruitt. Tyler Pacheco, excuse me, I wrote that one really weird. Pacheco.
Spence Gilbert.
7-7 is your score, an inbound here
And Seabury.
for Cameron Spence. Left side wing, down onto the baseline, driving left side baseline, reaching up, cannot get up and around the defense of Lucas Engel. North back with the basketball. Brooks screaming up and underneath, and he's been on fire with the left-handed layup in the paint.
That's 7 quick points for Brooks already.
Right side wing, pump fake, dribbling back up at the top of the key, now working left. Here comes the South. Left side wing, inside out. Dylan Johnson feeding back inside. Now far corner three, Brick. Long rebound, Engel grabs the rebound, goes out to his right side. Back inside, Engel loses it. A three taken here on the left side wing for the North, no good off the front of the rim. Transition the other way from left to right. Transition three taken by the South, no good. Ball tipped up in the air and grabbed by Pacheco. Lead pass down and underneath. Cody Wright up and under. Now the North up 11-7.
Great finish by Wright in transition as he had a player run underneath him as he was laying it in.
Johnson gives it up to the top for Seabury. Inside move, and he's just off balance. That's number 44, Coy Gilbert. And I recognize Gilbert from the Shrine Bowl. He did a fantastic job representing the South as well. Inbounds play coming up on the right side underneath the basket into Johnson, who turns his shoulder, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Setting up his feet was Engel.
That's Spence.
Excuse me, that's Spence. Is it? Because they have to switch.
Cameron Spence is 30.
Cameron Spence is 30. Dylan Johnson is 32, so.
They miscounted in the master roster. They put 30 after 32.
Near side baseline back up at the top of the key, working its way counterclockwise. Tiso Guena. Right side wing up to the very top. Frank Sinclair gives a screen up for a teammate. Romero. North taking its time. Down in between the legs and lobbing it down for Sinclair. Sinclair stutters, drops with the right foot and leaves it short. Spence goes all the way and goes up into the arms of Engel, and a foul. Engel will grab his first personal foul, and Spence will go to the line to shoot free throws. North up 11-7, 5:36 left here in the first quarter.
And for the North, it's been 2 players, Luka Brooks and Cody Wright. They're the only 2 players that have scored so far for the North. Dylan Taylor leads the South with 3.
Spence, first free throw, good, nothing but net. Cutting the lead down to 3. Mass substitutions for either team. We'll update you as they come filing in. We have Alexander, Spence, Bartow, Kern, and Pruitt for the South. Free throw, 2 for 2, good. 11-9 is your score in favor of the North, holding on to a 2-point lead. To inbound here, Cody Wright, one of the 2 players for the North to really score in this ball game. Inbounds to Tiso Guena. Guena stutters, has it intercepted by Pruitt. Pruitt loses his ball, and Guena gets it back on the right side of the floor, crosses the timeline out to the left. Crossover, gives it up again. Top of the arc, thought about the 3. Driving, fading away, jumper, good. Bottom of the net by Romero. He finds himself out onto the board for the North. Quick transition and a running jumper out on the left side wing. No good, just inside the arc. Here comes the North, back again. Romero holding on. Guarded by Bartow. Romero goes to the right side elbow and then gives it back up for Wright. Johnson. Guena, right side wing. Stutters, pulls it back out. Romero back to Guina, inside, finding Wright. Ball goes careening out and collected by the North before it goes across backcourt. Long three, taken and rolls out. Alexander with a defensive rebound, out in transition, out in front. Layup, kissing it off the glass, coast to coast, 24 for the South, Ashton Bartow. The other way, miss by the North. Dylan Taylor. Taylor takes the three, that kisses the front of the rim, no good. Falling away out of bounds, but getting it to a point guard and across the timeline. Near corner, backdoor cut by Tiso Guina for the North. Up 15-11 over the South.
Beautiful find from Cody right there.
Long three, air ball, nothing to it. Coast to coast, number 25 for the North, dances across the rim, but three North players there to clean it back up and put it back. I believe that's Guina, who has his team up 17-11 now. Here comes the South, putting up a set play call. Alexander, right elbow, takes that jumper, and that one off the front of the rim, no good. Careened by the North.
Alexander can make that. That's a good look, just couldn't bury that one.
Left side three, short. Few of these shots are short for both of these teams. Here comes the South back with the basketball, and they lose it there in their offensive set. Guina dances around a couple defenders, tight ropes down the near sideline, passes it up and gives it up for Romero, who misses the three. Spinning in right, loses real estate. Inside out pass, right side wing, short, no good on the three, and a defensive rebound for the South. 2-on-1 opportunity. Foul by Guina as he got caught up in Cade Pruitt's attempt to go up into the basket on the right side block.
Although he drew the foul, I would love to see Pruitt give up the ball because you have a layup on the other side. Ends up working out for the South as they get 2 free throws out of it.
Pruitt to shoot 2 free throws. First one kisses the back of the iron and falls in.
But you kind of want to reward your teammate for running with you and just getting open.
Absolutely.
As a player from the South was busting their tail just to get to the opposite block.
Pruitt attempting to go 2 for 2 here. He's down 5 along with the South. Rims out, no good. Taken by Engel. Engel throws it with the right hand near the near side, and Ratcliffe could not hold on to it. 3 ball taken by Luka Brooks, who wastes no time getting back into transition and back on fire.
Luka Brooks is the first player to break into double digits. That's his 10th point.
What we're seeing right now, Aaron, is what happens sometimes in high school basketball, and that is the nerves and the energy, and these boys are just sprinting all up and down the court, and sometimes they don't make they don't make the best decisions with the basketball. We'll see if the coaches will hold them to it and calm them down a little bit. Here comes the South driving with the left hand down the baseline, spinning around, no good, inside out. Spence shuffles his feet, goes up and is blocked by Engel. Engel, outlet pass to Brooks. Brooks takes the 3, heat check, off the front of the rim, no good. South back the other way. Spence finds himself alone, dribbles into the paint. Goes up, stutters, and kisses it off the top of the glass and in.
Beautiful move from Spence, the little hop step through the lane, got himself open. Nearly gets a steal there.
Jump ball, and here comes the South all the way the other way. Engel uses his body and affects the shot by Cam Spence. Brooks looks right, left elbow, left alone, takes that jumper, bottom of the net.
Not the guy you want open from 15 feet away.
He pumped left, and then everything got lost, and I've never seen a faster basketball game than what's happening right now. Brooks with the North. Lead and possession of the basketball at the top of the arc. Takes another jumper. This one rolls off the front, then the back and out. No good. Dylan Johnson. Cam Spence, near side corner. Back up and over the top. Collecting it with the left hand and giving it back up to the very top of the key. South trying to set up something in terms of offensive set. Stolen away by the North. Engel takes a dip after getting his legs caught up underneath him by a South player. Romero drives left side baseline, loses the basketball, had it tipped up, gives it up for Brooks. Left side wing assist, and that one no good. Front, back, and out. South with the basketball. Spence thought about it, gives it back up to the top for Isaiah Rigg. Seabearing. Spence, deep three, kisses the front of the rim, no good.
Tremendous box out there from Tyler Pacheco.
Pacheco gathers himself, goes the entire way, shoots it on the left side baseline and finds the bottom of the net. Your score 24-14 North over the top of the South. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Wyoming All-Star Basketball on mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
When considering your next visit to the dentist, make your appointment with an office that handles it all. At Blacksburg Dental, Dr. Irene and his professional team treat patients of all ages. Everything from cleanings and x-rays to crowns and implants, clear aligners to teeth whitening, and 6-month checkups and emergencies. Blacksburg Dental accepts all insurances and even has options for people without. Care for your teeth the best way possible. Call Blacksburg Dental today at 307-782-3630 and schedule an appointment.
Recognition of Nancy Robertson, the athletic trainer here covering All-Star Weekend. She gets recognition here at the end of the first quarter. As we get ready now for the second quarter, your North team leads 24-14 over top of the South. And Aaron, I'll go ahead and pass the ball on to you. We talked about one big difference in the ballgame, and it's one person really right now and in terms of scoring.
Yeah, it's Luka Brooks. He's come out on fire. He had 12 in the first quarter. He nearly outscored the whole entire South team by himself. So that is definitely the difference in the ballgame. The South has to do a better job of guarding him. I mean, it's not easy to guard him, but he's had plenty of wide open looks, and he's converted.
Bartow hands off to his right to Pruitt. Left side wing Kern dribbles around up to Alexander. Bartow. Back to Kern. Johnson. Caught up underneath the basket, gives that one up. One too many passes stolen away by the North. This is Pacheco up against Alexander. Is contested and he misses that one. Falling out of bounds into the South bench. North player number 35, Frank Sinclair, uses his brains instead of his muscles and just kind of taps it off a South player, and the North keep possession of it.
That last South offensive possession, they ended up with 4 players in the lane. They got to space out a little bit better. They're not going to be able to throw those seam passes with 4 offensive players in the lane.
Brooks going one-on-one, elects to take the 3, and that one bounces out, and the follow-up jam from Lucas Engel. My goodness, that happens only in the All-Star game, I feel like.
Showtime!
Sinclair almost loses the basketball, and he throws it away as he's falling out the back line. And right now, you can feel just one play changes this entire game momentum-wise. The athleticism by Engel puts his team out on top 26-14. Here comes Brooks going one-on-one again, electing to go right. Switch up against Alexander. This is not the matchup you want. Brooks falls back, trying to bait the official into giving him 3 free throws, does not give it to him. Sinclair pitches it back to Johnson. Johnson crossover through the legs into the paint and outside to the near side corner. Bartow does the exact same thing, holds it, passes back into the paint, and this is a little up and under Alexander. Another offensive rebound, uses his body, goes into Engel and scores. Went with his left hand, he's so good with the left hand. Engel gets Alexander to commit and drives into the body of Johnson. Johnson gets called for the blocking foul. The Green River prospect, or rather the Green River product, getting called for the foul, and Engel will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Engel showing off a little bit of what he can do offensively. Obviously the putback jam, that's impressive, but little hesitation move there into the drive. That's equally as impressive, just maybe it might not show up on SportsCenter.
2 for 2 right here for Engel, and they're up 28-16 over the South. Taking it across the timeline, Bartow straight away gives it up to the right side to Alexander on the right side. Elbow. Up to the top, designated shot for Johnson. He leaves that one short, and that one's taken by Pacheco, the smallest one out onto the court. Using speed into the teeth of the defense, gives that one up. Left side 3, long, no good. Defensive rebound. Kern stutters, goes up at the top. Alexander for 3. That one's short. I've seen so many short shots. The follow-up from Johnson off of the rebound, putting it back. 10-point difference now with the North out in front. Travel violation, and that one is an easy call, as that was a dragging foot while catching the ball by Cody Wright of the North.
Along with Graham.
Turnover attributed to Wright and to the North team.
The South has gotten decent looks. They just haven't had them fall yet. It's kind of the same story that the North had in the girls' game.
Yep.
Good looks, just shots aren't falling.
Kern at the very top of the free throw line, feeding inside to Alexander, spinning off to the right, and one! Alexander. You know, I'm so impressed with Alexander's ability to utilize his strength in his body, stay on balance, his athleticism, spinning off of one defender, splitting another one, and going up with the right hand on the right side block up and in.
Well, we talked to the South head coach before the game, and he said he was excited to game plan for Alexander. You could see that. They've tried to feed him the ball as much as possible, and why not? I mean, if you're that big, that agile, with that good of touch around the rim, I'd get you the ball too.
Absolutely. It's mass substitution for the North. In comes Guina, Romero, and company. Cannot capitalize on the three-point play. Bounces off the left side of the rim and out. Guina up to the top right side pass, chest pass that is. Romero spinning around the top of the arc to the right side wing. Poking and prodding inside, cannot find a hole, feeds inwards to Torrin Graham. Graham forced outside. Right side wing, left elbow jumper, Graham. Romero feeds him, back to Romero, fading away, right side, that one's short. Alexander with another rebound. He's been huge for the South and trying to come back from this one. Only 8-point difference now. Feeding back to Alexander, the crossover, the big man, and it just rolls out.
That's so impressive to be that big. Andy Battles got the offensive rebound.
That was all Alexander. Alexander fought for that one. And Alexander letting the North team know that he is there. South team scores after the hustle from Alexander to battle that ball away. We'll go ahead and keep it here. 6:37 left here. Score is North 28, South 22 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And although the fast-paced nature of this ball game is somewhat attributed to, can be accredited to a lot of turnovers happening, it's still really fun to watch if you're watching here in person.
Oh, this has been tremendous. There's been a couple different players taking over. Right now it's Mari Alexander. He might not be scoring every possession, but that possession right there, he busted through 2 defenders trying to box him out, got the steal, and ended up getting his team a layup. And then for the North, it's been Luka Brooks, 12 points. He's not on the floor currently, but he's been incredible for the North.
And he's done an incredible job representing 1A in Wyoming. So lower classification, Luka Brooks is leading in terms of scores right now. A toss in and an inbound to number 21, Guina, who comes across the timeline, crosses over to his right and passes a handoff here on the right side wing. Straightaway 3 taken by Romero. That one is good. Puts a quick stop to a little bit of a run by the South. Spence to Kearns, up and underneath, reversal, and that is good.
That's an incredible finish.
24-31 in favor of the North. Guina on the left side wing, passes it down to the baseline and back up to the top. Romero pump fakes in the straightaway 3, jumper off balance to the right, no good. Defensive rebound for Coy Gilbert. Spence almost loses the basketball and somehow keeps it inside, but he stepped on the line before. So that bucket on the assist will not count for the South.
That's still an incredible find falling out of bounds.
It is.
Brooks and Engel back in for the North.
Guina, the point guard for the North. Double checks with Kyle Miller, his head coach, on the near side here. Sets up the offense. Almost loses the basketball with a little crossover. Sinclair. Back on the top, Brooks, who's checked into the ball game. Gets fouled in the drive with the left hand into the paint with a little bit of a push.
He blew by his defender again.
Yes, he did.
If it wasn't for the help side defense, we probably would have been calling Luka Brooks' name over the PA system for another 2.
And Johnson back in for the South.
Brooks over the top, left side elbow for Sinclair, who hands it off back to Brooks. Up and underneath, off balance, off the front of the rim, no good. Ball bounces off the top of the backboard, or rather the pole holding the backboard down from the ceiling, so it's another out of bounds play, last touched by the South. Inbounds on the right side of the glass, out to Sinclair on the far side corner. Engel, who has the highlight put back dunk on the day. Guina working his small frame into the paint, and Sinclair lost the basketball. Last touch by the South. Rolls out the back line underneath the basket.
Guina may have got away with a little bit of a push off there.
I was about to say, he had a pretty good, Derrick Henry stiff arm there that was not called.
But it's only illegal if they call it. Ooh.
As I guess.
Dylan Johnson stuffs the inbound pass.
Pacheco back in for the North.
Inbounds here, left side block using his body. Brooks, another 3, why not? This one's short. Offensive rebound, Guina probing the left side baseline, up and underneath, has to give it up on the pass. Another 3, Pacheco bricks off. Finally, the South come away with a rebound. Spence out to Kearns on the near side corner. Spins around, goes to the baseline and gets blocked, but not before a foul ensues on his back. I think this is Brooks, who will get called for his first.
That's another example of how the South offense is a little out of sync. As Kearns drove to the hoop, another player cut right to where he was driving, so that brought another defender. They got lucky and got a foul.
Kearns with his back to the basket. Passes it up to the top of the key. Spence dives into bodies that were already positioned there, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Cameron Spence.
Another example of how this is definitely not the NBA All-Star game. Taking a charge in the All-Star game. Good positioning there from Pacheco.
Brooks, leading scorer for the North and this whole basketball game, taking it across the timeline now. Shimmy moves a la Ja Morant, loses the basketball, but then gives it up to a teammate on the right side wing. This is Guina. Engel gets a backdoor cut, fronts his man, and gets fouled on his way to the basket from behind.
Fouls on Taylor. Engel to the line, shooting 2.
Engel now to the free throw line, and it looks like these free throws are the only time that we get a breather. It's been a long while since points have been scored, but this free throw now pushes them up 32-24, 8-point difference.
Bardo, Pruitt, and Alexander back into the South. Johnson checks in from the North.
Second free throw, good, perfect from the line, 33-24. Kearns inbounds to Bartow, who puts up his left hand and number 1 finger, setting up the offense. Shuffle handoff on the right side wing, crossing over into the paint, a little Euro step, and that one was off balance. Back to Dylan Taylor, who floats that one up and in. Dylan Taylor scores these points and averages about 17 points per game for Green River in the regular season. They're going to need him in terms of a comeback for the South.
Has 7 already tonight.
Left side wing. Hardy Johnson. Brooks goes diving headfirst into the paint and gets tied up for a jump ball between Dylan Taylor and Kearns. Aaron, we've been calling we've been calling games basically since this afternoon around noon o'clock. And it feels like time has just absolutely flown by.
Oh, yeah. 3:38 left to go in the second quarter. It feels like we just started.
It feels about this long for us to get back into rhythm broadcast-wise. Here we go, a mismatch. Brooks on Alexander spinning off, and he holds his own. That's angle for three.
That's fantastic defense from Mari Alexander. Great hustle there from the North as they almost saved that.
Cody Wright, I believe, diving out of bounds underneath the basket, saves it, but it goes into the arms of the South. Bartow again setting up his offense.
The South need to go to Alexander.
Well, there they go. Alexander on the right side. He's going to go ahead, but then pass that one up. Spinning up and around. Engel comes collapsing in on the help defense and slaps the ball away from Vidal Sebering.
I'd like to see them get the ball to Alexander on the low block just because his size and strength is the one thing that can kind of counteract the athleticism of Lucas Engel, and obviously taking him out of the game kind of counteracts it too, but I still want to see them go down inside.
I think that would be the advantage for the South right now. Dylan Taylor going up into the body, no shot before the shot. Although the ball did go in to the basket, they're not going to count it. Foul before on number 13 of the North, Romero.
South want to get to the block. They've made that pretty clear. Again, another post move right there from Taylor.
Taylor just puts his left arm up, they feed it to him, and he goes shooting in. 28-33. South have cut it back down again. Brooks, no, not shy whatsoever. Crossover right in front of the left side wing inside the arc, and he buries that jumper from about 17 feet. Taylor drives baseline on the left side. Alexander holds onto the ball, feeding back to Taylor. Taylor taking on 4 different North players, and right now, if you look out onto the court as he gets fouled again, the North team is reaching in because they lack the size. They lack weight and they lack height right now with this lineup. The only one that's really tall in terms of relative height is Cody Wright out there. Everyone else is pretty decently short.
A little bit of four-guard look from the North.
Short from Dylan Taylor. Brooks into the paint, floater, front of the rim, no good. It's been quite a few short ones today. Everybody maybe lost a little bit of muscle mass in the offseason here. Need to get back into the weight room.
Try to find their legs.
Taylor, he's short on the left side 3. Pacheco, he'll try a 3 on the left side. That one rims out.
You have to wonder, when's the last time these kids have played a competitive basketball game where they're just running up and down the floor like this? They
seem to have energy, but maybe a little bit of a touch, and maybe the same muscle composition that they had back in, in the middle of December is not what they have right now, and you're just trying to get used to that. A timeout taken by our South team. We'll take it as well here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Basketball here in Casper on MyLocalRadio.com.
This presentation on MyLocalRadio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
We welcome you back out here into Sweet Erickson Gymnasium located on Casper College's campus. That's alliteration, 3 C's. All right, here comes the South. Bartow, right elbow to Alexander, back out to Bartow on the left side. Holds it up underneath his waist, feeding in, and he double pumps down inside, gets his own rebound, and spins out of it, and a foul called.
Good effort from Pruitt there to clean up his own miss.
Yeah, Pruitt.
As he got a pretty good look, just could not bury the look, got the rebound, ended up getting fouled. go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Well, North is going to be accused of a foul, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation, and they missed the free throw again. Taylor grabs the rebound, but screaming in comes number 15, Pacheco. Pacheco goes the length of the court and then goes out to the left side for Guina. Alexander fronts Frank Sinclair and pushes that one and tips it out the far corner, or rather the near corner, excuse me. Guina has come out. Brooks has come in. Brooks rocking the neon green and pink shoes, the sneakers. Sinclair back to Brooks at the very top of the arc, who's working up against Taylor. Taylor's got to sit in the chair. Long three, short. Follow-up, put back, no good by Sinclair. Bartow intercepts the pass, goes across the timeline from left to right, looking to score. Near side corner, Kearns back up for Bartow, who's fronted by Engel. Johnson, or rather Taylor, spins around, and it's altered by Engel, and Taylor's denied a couple times. Finally, a foul is called as everybody's reaching inside. I don't know how many times Taylor has to put that thing in good position. It just wouldn't go in.
Yeah, that's the effect that
Engel has, right?
Yeah, Engel has on shots. I mean, he blocked one from Spence earlier, and Spence came up short on the next one, and he's just been everywhere defensively.
Willing to bet that Engel has the height advantage on everybody here in the ball game.
If not the height, the explosiveness. That putback dunk that he showed earlier just shows how high in the air he can get.
Absolutely. Second shot from Bartow. He goes perfect from the line, and now it's only a 5-point game. Points have come slowly here in this second quarter with only 42 seconds left. Engel at the very top of the arc gives it up for Pacheco, who takes the right side elbow jumper and he buries it.
Pacheco is very smooth on the offensive elbows.
Crossover over on the near side baseline. Pruitt thought he was going to get a call or a foul, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Turnover on the south, 7-point lead, and the north is probably going to hold on to this one for the last shot. Brooks standing right on the center logo, calling off help. He's going to go one-on-one against Taylor. Engel comes up to screen, fronted and hedged by Alexander. Brooks has to give it up. 1 second left. Long three, banking it off. That is a huge three at the buzzer by Tyler Pacheco. And that pushes the lead to 10. Your halftime score, North 40, South 30. We'll go ahead and bring you into our halftime coverage after the huge buzzer beater at halftime by Pacheco. Here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Athletics here in Casper. Cody Olson, Aaron Poling, MyLocalRadio.com.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES #1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We welcome you back into the Union Wireless broadcast booth. I am Cody Olson, and alongside me, Aaron Poling. Aaron, you know, we've got a few shout-outs in the chat. Snitzer from our chat says, Brandon is my nephew. Let's go, Brandon. So good for him. Good for him. All right, Aaron, let's talk a little bit about the game so far, shall we? What have we seen? Personally, my eyes have told me that the North is not afraid to shoot, and these kids have just been running up. I mean, this is peak athleticism, if you're asking me. Best of the Wyoming fields of athleticism have to offer.
Yeah, I'm just getting tired watching these guys. They've been up and down the floor. The second quarter slowed down a little bit, but the pace for the first 4 minutes of this game, I think if they would have kept playing at that pace, we would see quite a few players with their hands on their knees heading into halftime.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, being out here in Casper College, it's a great atmosphere, a great revenue. That's the right word, right? Great
atmosphere.
Venue.
There
Sorry,
you go.
It's a great venue. And you got a lot of people in the stands who have traveled all over the state. I see different high schools from all over, not just here in the Casper area, but rather from very far away. Aaron, myself, and you and myself have traveled all the way from Evanston to be a part of this, and it has not disappointed whatsoever.
No, if you're a fan of basketball, there's probably no place where you should be besides here, just because this is the 20 best kids in Wyoming playing basketball, and they are playing it at a high level. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's go ahead and continue that really fun atmosphere with a standout athlete interview, Aaron, that you did with Cam Spence. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Cody Olson here on 99.1 KNYN. And
Cameron, what does it mean to be Wyoming All-Star? You're one of the top 10 seniors in the state.
It feels pretty good to be one of the top 10 with all these guys. Everyone's very good around here, and everyone's very talented, so it's very appreciated.
So, what do you kind of expect out of tomorrow? You guys are it's going to be a lot of fun. When you get the 10 best basketball players in the state, it's always going to be fun. So, what is your personal expectations going into tomorrow?
I think we'll just trying to go get the win. We all feel like we have the better 10 out of the state, and that we can definitely go out and beat the North.
Have you had anyone that you could have talked to maybe from your school that's been a part of this, or is this something that you've kind of going into blind? Have you had any? Does anybody give you any advice about this weekend?
No, they haven't. I've been really busy this summer, and we haven't had an all-star from our school in a very long time.
So what does it mean to be the first one from your school in a very long time?
It's pretty cool. We thought going into the year that we could have a special year and have a lot of all-state and all-conference kids, and to be named one of the top 10 to be able to be part of the all-stars was pretty cool.
So outside of the actual basketball game itself, what's something else that you're really looking forward to this weekend, or that you've already done?
Just kind of meeting new people and seeing basketball from a bigger standpoint, just seeing kids from all around the state that maybe we didn't get to compete against throughout the year.
So who were kind of your basketball idols growing up?
For me, it was kind of seeing the older kids in just my own high school, just seeing how far they'd come from when they were younger, just to seeing them play when I was an 8th grader coming up and the seniors leaving, and just kind of wanting to leave my mark in the high school. So just kind of the older kids of the high school that I was a part of.
That was the interview with Cam Spence, and Aaron, you got to do that interview. Why choose Cam Spence? That's my question to you.
Ultimately, because he volunteered. To be completely honest with you, I asked for a volunteer, and he wanted to do the interview.
All right. That always helps, obviously.
Yeah. He's a very well-spoken kid. He talked a lot after the interview about how he just enjoys the game of basketball. He's excited to get out here one last time. This would be his final basketball game that would be either high school or collegiate for a school. So he's just excited to get out here and show what he can do, especially being the first All-Star from his school.
Yeah, that's awesome for him. What a great representative. He's been out there and he's had the ball in his hands quite a few times in key moments. Let's go ahead and transition a little bit into the adjustments. We've done this a few times today, but you have a really clear picture. You got a circus shot at the very end of the first half by Pacheco, which banks in off balance, falling away basically into the stands, and it turns a 7-point lead into a 10-point lead. Is there a big difference between a 7-point lead and a 10-point lead going into halftime?
It's just a little bit of a mental advantage. It's nicer to think about we're down single digits opposed to double digits, even though it's only 10 instead of 15. Mm-hmm. It's just nice to be down single digits heading into the second half, especially when you maybe haven't played your best basketball yet.
Aaron, what would you say if, obviously we're not the coaches, and we're especially not all-star coaches, but if there was one aspect that you've seen so far that you want to shut down, if you want to take away one aspect of the North that would really help the South out, what would it be?
You have to shut down Luka Brooks. They did a much better job in the second quarter than in the first, but he still had a couple open looks that didn't fall. But you got to stop with the open three-pointers, too. There's been too many open three-pointers for the North. They haven't hit as many as they probably would like, but you got to get out. You got to get out and stop the three.
Luka Brooks, worthy to note, averages around 20 points per game in the regular season back in the wintertime. That's second points per game in all of 1A. And I've been really surprised by how unabashedly open and confident he is in any shot that he's taken today. It's worked well for his team so far.
Oh yeah, the kid's confidence is through the roof. I mean, even when he misses, good things happen, because he was the guy who shot the ball that Lucas Engel, you got Luka Brooks and Lucas Engel, a little bit of a tongue twister there. That Lucas Engel that slammed home, the shot originally came from Brooks. So good things are happening when he's getting open and getting shots.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and take one more quick break, come back to you for a second half action. We appreciate all of you here on mylocalradio.com for tuning in and enjoying All-Star Wyoming basketball presented by First Bank of Wyoming and the Wyoming Coaches Association. We'll come back in just a second here on mylocalradio.com. They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Music is a path to lifelong learning and knowledge of self and culture. When we sing or create music, we use all parts of the brain and supports healthy social development. Music training can improve recall and retention of verbal information, advance math achievement, boost reading and language arts skills, and even increase the average SAT scores. Music's fun. Lessons can be in person or online.
This is Mindy Olive, owner of Piano with Mindy K. I teach students from 3 to adult. Visit pianowithmindyk.com today for more information or to sign up for lessons.
Back here in the Union Wireless broadcast booth, I am Cody Olson, joined here with Aaron Poling as we're getting through the marathon of sports. But guess what? It hasn't really drug on at all. It's been nothing but fun the entire way. We're getting ready for the start of the third quarter here. And Aaron, we talked a little bit about what the South can do to come out. Kind of a little insight for our listeners. The South stayed in the locker room basically until the 30-second mark before the start of the game. A lot to talk about for them.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get the ball to Maury Alexander more. Alexander, when he's had the ball on the block, like we're talking about with Brooks, good things have happened when they've either taken shots or when they've had the ball. He's kind of a bull in the china shop where, like, it doesn't matter. You're just not going to keep him in front of you. He might not blow by you, but he's going to go through you. And after a few times getting hit in the chest by him, that's going to be tough to, like, want to guard him in the block.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and kick off the second half of All-Star boys basketball action here. South will start off with it, and inbound from the far side in. Kearns will take it right across the logo, dribbling with the left hand, motioning with his right, pointing people different directions. A little dribble handoff there at the top of the arc. Almost poked out and away. Handling the ball right there for the South, Dylan Taylor. Long lob intercepted by Pacheco. Pacheco maybe thought about an alley-oop, but it bounces off the backboard right into the arms of the South. Alexander buries his shoulder, leaves Taylor open for three, passes that one up, and he tries to give it to Alexander inside, and that one's kicked out and away and stolen by the North.
The help side defense from the North has been great to start the half.
Right for Sinclair on the far side wing, up to the top for Pacheco. Here's Brooks, who's been nothing but dynamite in this game. Short memory, kick out, 3 on the left side, front of the rim, no good. 2 North players in the vicinity. Right, battling, stripped by Alexander. Alexander, a real shining star for the South, who's just not really given up anything defensively, and he's been efficient offensively anytime he's had the ball in the paint.
I'd like to see them get to him right now. He cuts across, he's starting to work. There we go.
Alexander spins, and that time he loses the ball. Another broadcaster's curse. Brooks gives the 3 brick. No good. Alexander with another rebound. Long pass up and over, and that one cannot be corralled. A free lane given for Cade Pruitt, and he bounces it off his right angle, trying to go ahead and just use one hand.
A little sloppy from both sides to start the half.
A little bit here. Brooks jabs, floats out to the left side wing, drives against Alexander, and he rolls that one up and in. Nice and soft down the left side baseline. Lead extending. Taylor goes up into the bodies, and no call. 3-on-2 opportunity the other way. Pacheco into the body of Kearns, gives that one up. Sinclair, short 3, air ball. And Engel collects the air ball, wanted to go up with it with the right hand, and Bartow really just wanted to make him earn it the hard way.
Yeah, a little wry smile from Bartow, because he hacked him pretty good, and there's no argument. Bartow, laughing because you got to make the big guy make them.
The only thing he could do in that moment, probably, because Engel had nothing but position and the angle, and guess it works out to the in favor of the South as Engel misses the first one.
Well, if Bartow doesn't follow him there, he probably ends up on a poster, because that looked like the human pogo stick Lucas Engel is about to go back up and dunk that one.
Second one, and buries it. Lead is up to 13 for the North. Dylan Johnson, dribble handoff to Isaiah Riggs, a floater. Riggs leaves that one short. Almost piggybacked on top of Engel. Cross-court outlet to Pacheco, who goes into the lane and kisses it again off the glass. Things starting to get away and out of the hands of the South. A 3 taken by Cam Spence. No good. Brooks, I mean, really, he does remind me a lot. A spinning jumper, and Engel gets the offensive rebound, and he puts that one back. And here we go. The floodgates are beginning to open, 47-30 for the North. What can you do if you're tag lane right now? I mean, what can you say to this team to try and get something back into it, Aaron?
You just make your shots. That's the problem. They're getting open looks. They're just not making them.
And it seems like the North is making all circus shots. That's been really the difference here. A foul finally called, and maybe that will give the South a little bit of a breather. Engel reaches in on Cam Spence.
It's a good look there from Spence as he's going to the free throw line, but I think he was trying to pass that because he had an open man, 44, Coy Gilbert, on the other side.
Benefit of the doubt, Cam Spence to the line, and this is needed points. He bricks it off to the left and out to the right.
It's just been that kind of night for the South so far.
Second shot opportunity. That one also goes long. And if I don't know, I'm not looking at Cam Spence's stats directly, but I feel as though that is not normal to go 0 for 2. Brooks comes and squeezes close to Guina, and it bounces off of his knee and out of bounds into the scores table.
It's a good defensive effort to jump the dribble handoff, force the turnover. See if they can capitalize.
Johnson has Guina on his hip, and he gets called for the hand check. Inbound coming on the far side in, back to Johnson. Dylan Johnson trying to get Guina off of him. Flies on you-know-what. Guina cannot... Johnson can't shake Guina, but another blocking foul on Guina. I think that's 2 in a row really quickly.
He was on him a little too much there, as he was good defensively until they got to the baseline, and the extra little push there got called.
Lineup change for both teams. Gwenna is going to come out in favor of Zach Radcliffe. South has a 3 or maybe even 4-person lineup change. Dylan Taylor, Spence pumps and goes up into the arms, and he's going to be rewarded with free throws. We're looking for redemption here for Cam Spence, who went 0 for 2 not a minute ago.
I do like that he went right to the line right away, didn't give himself time to think.
North has their lead cut down to 16 after the free throw from Cam Spence.
Don't allow the last 2 misses to get into your brain. Now the last free throw you took some make, and now you're feeling good.
Got to have the memory of a defensive back in football. If anything happens, you just got to forget it, and he does. It goes perfect, 2 for 2. 47-32, North still out. Front running. Step back 3 on the right side, buries it. That's number 13, Romero.
That's a tough shot. He made that look incredibly easy.
It was smooth. It was really silky smooth. Bartow to Taylor. Taylor posting up on the elbow. Goes up and underneath. Has angle. Committed. Gets lost and pit-pocketed. Here's Romero again. He wants another 3. That one's good. And now raining and pouring 3s. Romero back-to-back.
Romero breaks into double figures. That's his 11th point of the night.
Here's a 3 from the south. That one's well short. Right. Collects that one. Baseball pass way down. And that one is last touched by Brooks on the far side baseline. Excuse me, far side sideline.
Sinclair back into the North.
It's a good idea. Pass was a little into his shins.
Timeout.
They were unable to corral it. You get a quick timeout here by the South.
All right, South's going to think about it, and they have 5 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Definitely not out of it, but you're not looking like you're in the driver's seat at all right now. We talked a little bit about adjustments, and instead of talking about adjustments for the South, let's applaud what the North's done well, and that is making tough shots.
Yeah, they've got out in transition, and a couple of these circus layups that they've made in transition, they're not possible if you don't get out in transition, or if you get back. It's tougher to score on 5 defenders than it is to score on 2 or 3. And the North has done a good job capitalizing. And even these last 2 possessions, a step back 3, that's a circus shot like you said, that's just a tough shot. And then feeling it a little bit, Romero walks into a 3. That one, you have to be on him a little tighter.
You're 100% right. So now is the time for the South, and if they have any magic beans, dust, anything to get the ball going. Teen Wolf, Airbud, is there somebody down here that can make a shot? We'll find out.
Maybe get some rally caps, baseball style.
That's right. Bartow, dribble handoff. Now onto the near side. Kearns jabs in and has nowhere to go. Taylor feeding up and underneath an angle. Fouls Pruitt on the left-handed up and underneath layup attempt. So Pruitt's going to go to the line.
It's a great find from the elbow. A lot of great offensive things happen when you get the ball to the elbow.
Pruitt sinks the first free throw.
Pruitt at the line. Pacheco back in the North.
Let's look at Cade Pruitt's stats here. It might be on your side. Cade Pruitt misses the second one, and that one's ripped away from Cam Spence, who had the offensive rebound. Right side wing, and literally handing it to Frank Sinclair was number 23, Zach Radcliffe. It was almost like, chest to chest. Here you go. Backdoor cut by Radcliffe, and he scores with the left hand. That's the first points by Radcliffe in the game.
The strong finish there from Radcliffe with his offhand.
Bartow spins off one defender, has a little bit of room. Taylor goes up into the body and gets no call. He wanted it, and the South, I think if you're wanting to get back into this one, you can't just keep looking for calls. You gotta be confident in your stroke at any point on the field without the help of the free throw line. Off defensive rebound, Cam Spence taking it across the timeline from right to left. Bartow up and underneath the legs, spinning off into the paint. What a find. And left short on an easy layup. Number 34 missing that one. That's Cade Pruitt.
That's been that kind of a night for the South.
Pacheco spinning off, looking, no looking, and this is going to work its way clockwise around the horn, back to Pacheco, and he's going to travel with it.
Did the little bit of the dream move, little dream shake as he faked the ball up with one hand, spun back to the other. He did another fake spin look pass.
I cannot compliment you enough for the dream shake reference there, Aaron. My favorite player of all time, Hakeem Olajuwon, and it was just picturesque. Looked really good.
The Dream would be proud.
The Dream would be proud. Alexander's checked back into the ballgame, and he has it right at the top of the arc. He takes a couple steps in and wants to go into the teeth of the defense and gets wrapped up. Keeps it away. Team North wanted to travel on Alexander inside out, and man, the closeout speed of the North is just insane right now. What you think is going to be an open three-point shot, it immediately turns into someone on your person just right away.
We've talked about the South not being able to make shots, but a lot of that's been because of dogged efforts defensively from the North. They are all over the place. It's almost like you're playing against 6 players right now.
Good up and over and good on the first free throw. Cam Spence has found himself at the line a couple times. Went home with nothing the first time, but has been pretty good ever since then. 2 for 2 on this trip.
Rigg checks back in, South.
Pruitt is going to come out, and in comes Isaiah Rigg.
I like this from the South.
Yeah.
Pressure the ball a little bit, see if you can get some easy points off a turnover.
It's not a full court press, but it is a little bit in your face. Let's see what it does. Pacheco on the left elbow has to kick it back out to Sinclair. Sinclair has a lane, helped by the box out by Engel.
That's not a good follow there from Romero.
Romero, no real need. You're up 22 and you're fouling in the backcourt in an all-star game. I get the energy, but free throws coming up here on the other side. Brick.
Team's struggling to score. You don't want to give them any easy opportunities to try to catch rhythm.
That's right. Sinclair for 3 on the right side. That one off the back iron high and grabbed by Engel. Engel, quadruple team, kicks it out to Pacheco, who spins off into the paint, gives it back up for Engel, inside out, left side 3. Bouncing in and out. No good, Alexander. Up to Cam Spence, who weaves in between 2 defenders. Now up against Romero. Rigg. Left side for Taylor, who finds a little bit of room. Left-handed layup rejected by Engel. A North player out of the picture. Fading away now. Jumper, ball does not want to go in for the South.
That's the effect that Engel has on shots. Instead of going straight up, the player faded away because Engel was closing out on him. He's been tremendous defensively for
Romero, step back 3. That one's good. And Romero, in recent memory, and the South needs help. They cannot buy a bucket right now. Engel comes screaming in for the offensive rebound after the miss. Pacheco, that one, no. Alexander with another defensive rebound. We got to double check to see how many rebounds he has. It feels like he's been getting the most out of anybody out here. Finally, an Isaiah Rigg 3 on the far side wing, just kitty corner over there.
South got the ball in transition, finally got an open look, and Riggs was able to knock it down.
Fouls on Spence.
Couple different substitution. Brooks is going to come in for the North. For the South, Bartow and Kearns. Romero jumps back into his own backcourt, lazily dribbles across the line, finding a little bit of swagger. He gets a little bit of a move on Kearns and scoops it up with the left hand. Hail Mary down the right sideline, kept alive by Riggs. That's good ball movement and good handles. Riggs for 3, 2 for 2 for Riggs. And you gotta ride that hot hand right now, absolutely. Riggs stealing that ball away. He's out on the left side wing, left alone. Let's do it 3 for 3. Yes, sir! 3 for 3 in terms of three-pointers, and they left him open. Romero wants to answer, and he does.
Why not? Who wants to fire a 3, guys?
Hey, who wants it? Let's try Riggs on the left side. Gives it up to Bartow. They leave in the inside open, and finally Dylan Taylor gets that one to drop in. And that's the respect that they had for Riggs after that one.
Yeah, that pulled the defense out, and that left Taylor wide open in the middle of the lane.
65-46 is your score, and Brooks, the point guard for the North, right at the 10-foot line of the volleyball court. Step back 3 on the left side. That one off the front of the rim, no good, and that one takes a North bounce. And what I thought was gonna be a foul, no call. 3-on-2 opportunity. Riggs gets his pocket picked, and a heave. Wouldn't have counted, but it would have been cool if it went in. At the end of 3, North 65, South 46. We'll be back right after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Athletics in Wyoming in Casper. Cody Olson and Aaron Poling, mylocalradio.com.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES #1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Quick turnaround as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Aaron Poling and Cody Olson getting ready for some more action. A big hole right now, obviously, for Team South, 19-point deficit. But we've seen crazier things happen in the past. Absolutely, in the atmosphere, in the reality, in the world of sports.
Well, you're down 19, 10 minutes to go, 10-minute quarters. All you have to do is make up 2 points every minute, and you have the lead. We say all you have to do like it's easy, but
right.
If you're the South, that's a way you can look at it. Instead of trying to make up 20 points, let's make up 2 points, and let's keep winning minute increments. Keep getting these every 2 points.
I think if you just start to chip away, if you're able to do the 3-point for the 2-point game right now, you'd be able to be in good position. Cody Wright backs his defender and rolls that one, dances on the rim, gets the foul, but not the and one. He'll go to the line as 9 ticks of the clock come off of our Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
It's a nice play drawn up out of the halftime, or excuse me, out of the quarter to get right on the block.
66-46 after the made free throw attempt by Cody Wright. Second one is also good, 67. Dylan Johnson across the timeline. He goes left, feeding Alexander on the left block versus Engel, and he uses his body, and he just left that one short. Go again, big man, one more time. Kicks it out for 3. That one rolled out. Everyone wanted that one to go in. You could feel it. Jump ball, Alexander and Engel. 2 fantastic big men that the state of Wyoming has grown, farm grown out here. They've been doing a fantastic job battling, and it's been fun. 2 Goliaths. You know, it's kind of like watching Pacific Rim. You know, 2 fantastic players going at it.
Yeah, Alexander, those teams down big, he's still battling for every rebound, and you have to respect that.
Brooks with a lead, and he goes Air Jordan off the glass and kisses that one in. Gilbert tries his attempt, that one long. Alexander gets hung on. Lots of people hanging on to his jersey. We could see that one. 2 shots coming up for Alexander.
And he was still able to power through them.
Alexander the line for 2.
Although Luka Brooks may not have the same scoring pace as he did in the first quarter, him scoring that rapidly in the first really set the tone for this game.
Absolutely. It's the North went out to a lead early on and then never really looked back, and they've been able to hold on to it. Mostly because they just haven't given up. I mean, everybody's been playing so hard, and the full throttle for the North has been continuing to put pedal to the metal, gas pedal all the way down. 48-69 is your score. Sinclair, cross-court pass to Engel, who drives baseline, up and underneath with the right hand. Toilet roll in and good.
It's incredible athleticism. As he almost hit his head on the rim with the reverse layup. That's impressive.
And what some people in this world wouldn't give to be able to do that kind of stuff. Pruitt goes in, and he gets fouled by Engel. So the methodology of the South seems to be they are driving in and trying to get people in foul trouble and trying to make up the difference here with free throws. And I'm not sure any amount of free throws are going to make up the difference right now with only 8.5 minutes left.
It's always nice to score without the clock moving, but I agree. It's going to be a tough deficit to make up by shooting free throws. They do have 9 personal fouls, so from this point forward, or they have forced 9 personal fouls. This point forward, they're going to be in the double bonus.
Brooks on the far sideline, right-hand dribble again into the lane, and that is just a picturesque layup. It does. It truly does remind me of acrobatic point guard play. And this is a huge compliment that I'm giving here to Brooks, but I mean, it does. It looks like Ja Morant.
It really does, yeah. The explosiveness, the change of pace, fearlessness too. I'd say that's probably the biggest part of his game that you really love is just how fearless he is.
And he gets subbed out, so he'll take a seat on the bench. Cam Spence, near side, working around the horn. Pruitt back to Spence in front of the free throw line, who takes a hopscotch and out. Here's Taylor for 3. That one's short. Collected. Engel out in front. Get out the way. He rolls that one off the top left corner of the backboard and in. And the points are rolling. Cam Spence pumped like he wanted to take the 3. Decided to eat it and give it back up for Pruitt. Pruitt shot puts it into no man's land, and it goes out of bounds.
A little in between 2 of his teammates who are on the baseline. Looks like he was trying to find the man closer to the hoop, or excuse me, further from the hoop, and threw it in between.
This is Romero out to Engel, feeding inside for Frank Sinclair, bodying up. He gets his own rebound twice, puts it back, no good, 0 for 3. That takes a hit on your field goal percentage for sure. Pruitt collapsed on like a swarm of bees. Romero for 3, no. Follow-up and a foul. Trying to get that putback going is Cody Wright. And, you know, props to Team North, and everybody wants a piece of the pie right now, and they're not giving up anything. 7 minutes left remaining in this ball game here. 75-49 in favor of the North on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You have to love the effort that the North is still giving. That's a dangerous little play there where you're trying to put it back in transition. You're running full speed, trying to tip it in. The player's underneath you. That could easily end in something bad happening, but up this much, up over 25 points, or actually up exactly 25 points. You love to see kids giving dogged effort.
Absolutely. 25-26. There's a toss in the team. Brown is going to be probably coming away with the victory here today. Now this All-Star game is all about, you know, probably pride and grit and showmanship a little bit here. That's a pretty move by Riggs, who has come out a real surprise in this game. Did not come out in the starting lineup, didn't get as much of a rotation time as maybe perhaps some others in this game. But he's come out and he's made some big threes and he's dived into the paint and he's done a really good job.
I like to see him go back to him. I mean, he's been their best offensive player in the second half.
Right now, he's the only line of the defense on this fast break as Romero will come in and kick back out to the left side. Step back, Guena. Sinclair around the horn. Right side, Cody Wright. jumper from about 12 feet out, maybe longer, make that 14. And he buries it.
Smooth jumper to elevate off the crossover.
Kearns wants to answer, cannot do so. Bartow goes screaming into the stands, trying to trace down a loose ball. Unsuccessful, however. Ball goes to the north.
Little girl in the stands almost got caught in the crossfire there.
I know.
Love the hustle from Bartow, though, willing to nearly crash into the crowd just to save that ball down big.
Goina gets a screen from Torin Graham, excuse me. Pruitt screaming down the right sideline, all the way into the paint, off the glass, and that one's easy.
It's a good move. He shifted a couple times and was able to get around the defender to lay it in. We're going to get a quick timeout.
Timeout taken in. Guess what? We're going to go ahead and take it as well. We'll come back to you in just a second on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of All-Star Athletics here in Casper on mylocalradio.com.
This is Colt Hamilton with Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston. I'm excited to announce our new Legendary Leadership Award. Each month we are going to be giving away $1,000 to a local legendary leader. We need your nominations. We want to start giving back to people that have stepped up to keep our community thriving. Nominate anyone from leaders among our schools, healthcare workers, first responders, and so on. Who do you know that has made an impact in our community? Together, let's recognize and reward people that have made a difference in your lives. Email me your nominations at leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com or click the link below. Again, that's leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will...
This is Colt Hamilton.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Back into the action here, 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and why not? Let's get Torin Graham in here on the score sheet. He's going to get an and one after a little bit of a putback. Cannot capitalize on the three-point play. Dylan Taylor gives that one up, and a free one. Free lane given up, and Cade Pruitt comes in. And guess, I love what they're doing here. I love what the South is electing to do.
Nice find there.
They're going full court press, like the real full court press.
Yeah, you might as well blitz them. What do you have to lose?
Right? Brooks takes a nice deep breath at the half-court line, right on the Casper College logo. And he's putting on a little bit of a dance recital almost. Tries to finish it with a bank off the glass inside the paint, and it doesn't go. Bartow fakes it, goes in, and that one loses momentum, kind of gets wedged in between the iron and the glass, and it falls down and into the hoop.
It's a nice shot. I mean, that's not an easy shot at all, especially being off balance like that, trying to sidestep a defender.
Guina cannot come up successful.
You love the effort from the north. Two players run into each other, and they still find a way to come away with the ball.
Kearns with the outlet. Out to Pruitt, and he goes up, skies, and uses the elevator. That pushes the lead and cuts it down to 20. That's a big run. That is a... math isn't my strong suit either, but it was a lot to a little in that very short amount of time.
Yeah, that's a huge, I don't want to say momentum boost, but confidence booster for these kids. I mean, nobody wants to come out here and get blown out. And if they can battle back and maybe cut this to 15 points and then maybe 10
points, yeah.
You just got to keep chipping away, keep chipping away, keep chipping away.
We'll keep it here in the Union Wireless broadcast booth. We'd like to thank our fourth quarter sponsor, Wyoming School Boards Association. what a fantastic, they've been so gracious in order to help us sponsor this fourth quarter, make this possible. Wyoming School Boards Association, keep an eye out for them around this great state.
One thing I want to see from the South is I want to see them keep pressing, and if someone gets tired, pull them off. You have to go all out here. Just give as much as you have.
You're not dipping in terms of talent when you look down the bench hardly at all. Make everybody give that 100-meter dash at the very end. You're under 4 minutes. I want to see the full court press, right? Don't foul, but be annoying.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
And if you foul, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. You got a trap there. Can't let him out of the corner.
Pacheco. Left alone, near corner, 3, no good. Taylor leading out. Partial block. And if it wouldn't have been for the body, it would have been clean, but.
Still a good transition defense there from Ratcliffe to get back.
Absolutely.
3:44 left in the 20-point game. It would have been easy just to let them lay it in.
Bartow at the line. Red Nikes. A little bit long. It goes high off of the back iron and down, no good.
It's been that kind of a night for the South.
It's true. Bartow here, as you look, free throw percentage is 72%, so pretty decent. And he goes 0 for 2. Long pass. This is Guina out in front. Brooks puts that one up and in, and they wanted him to sky up and use the elevator and jam that home, but he kind of just like pops that one inside.
Yeah, first quarter that might have been a dunk. Legs are probably a little tired here in the fourth.
Long pass way down on the other side of the court. Here comes the North into offensive mode. Pacheco stutters back, goes forward, and lays it up and in with the left hand.
Pacheco's very crafty. I've liked how he's played today. He knows how to use angles just to get around defenders.
That's a good hop move from Dylan Taylor from Green River.
Taylor, 2 points.
Kind of adding to his stat total. Pacheco goes
smooth,
back to back. It's very smooth. And the left elbow jumper, that one's good. Taylor, same move up and underneath. And now it almost looks like we're playing 2K with no defense right now.
Yeah, that's going to happen when you blitz, especially for the South. You're going to have all five defenders on one side of the court.
Pacheco takes the 3, rolling out, and an offensive rebound. And guess, dude, he earned it. He earned it. Hardy Johnson splits 3 different South defenders to go up and in and grab that one.
If it's a 10-point game, that's probably an and one too.
3-on-1 opportunity. Bartow uses his body and gets an and one call on him. Brooks pats the chest, earns himself a trip to the line. And we've hit the 90 mark with about 2 minutes left here in this ballgame. And that is unheard of for high school basketball. It doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah. But when you get a lot of the best offensive talents in the state on one court, it's bound to happen.
Absolutely.
Even though the South, they're losing, they still have 67 points. It's still quite a bit. As the ref kind of admonishes the players. I think he misinterpreted Brooks pounding on his chest as taunting Bartow. Even though Bartow went over to him and was kind of congratulating him.
Yeah.
Graham back in the North.
92-67. Smart move, rolling the ball across the court, picked up there by Johnson. Goes left, Cam Spence spins it up and around, goes into the paint, uses his body, left that one short. Angle, far corner. Chest pass across the court inside. find for Torrin Graham, inside out. Cody Wright utilizes the backboard off of the short one, and it goes in. Will we hit 100 mark here?
At this pace, we might.
North. Sinclair with a huge dunk. 96. And now they're just letting them score. Alexander with the follow through.
Alexander with the putback.
No one to collect the inbounds.
Timeout taken with 51 seconds left by the North. We'll just go ahead and keep it here. Do we want to see 100? I think I want to see 100.
Yeah.
You're this close now.
That's something that's rarely happened in high school basketball. Why not?
Casper College by placing all your trash in the containers provided throughout T-Bird Gym. Thank you.
Pacheco stutters, goes back. Another stutter inside, and he goes up and in. No call. An offensive rebound for three. Cody Wright. No. Torrin Graham. He'll go up. No. Back again. No. And Alexander steals that one away. And guess what? I don't think we're gonna get it.
The rims don't want to see 100.
Three ball way outside, short. Collected by Alexander. Another three on the far corner. No. 6 seconds left. He shoots the three, and that one rolls out, and we're going to remain at 96. Your final score, North 96, South 69, and look at that. 96 and 69.
The opposites.
There you go. We'll come back for our post-game coverage, give our final thanks and a shout-out to our sponsors, including Wyoming School Boards Association, here on mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn. Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when Wyoming is unique.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call, 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
Live from the post-game show, this is Cody Olson and Aaron Poling. Final thoughts as the North takes the win 96-69 over the South, our final game of the day. That is a wrap-up from the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Weekend. Pitchers taken at midcourt, the North team, and I've been impressed. I was just impressed with the amount of talent and dedication that these kids have played with. They had a lot of fun on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, this is a good offensive showing for the North, as obviously they put up 96 points. That's quite a bit in high school basketball, but just the way they did it.
Absolutely. Aaron, it's been a fun time with you. A special shout out and thanks to our Wyoming School Boards Association, our fourth quarter sponsor, and one who we especially thank for making this broadcast possible. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here at Casper College. We've had a great time, and we're going to go ahead and end it with final thoughts. Aaron, anything else from you as we wrap up what has been a fantastic week?
This has been an incredible weekend. It's been so much fun just getting to know some of these kids and just getting to watch them interact with each other. Even on the floor, it was a blowout, but these kids were still laughing and joking and having fun, and you could tell that they they just want to have fun, play the game they love. And whether it was basketball or volleyball, you can tell these kids just have such a passion for this game. For some of these kids, it's the last game they're going to play for a school, whether it be a high school or a college. Some kids will obviously go on to play college basketball or college volleyball, but for this being your last showing, I mean, what a way to go out in an all-star game.
Absolutely. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Aaron Poling, and all the rest of us here at mylocalradio.com, including Val Cook, Julie Burley, and company, including Kayleen Anderson, Christine Wiley, Matt Petrie, Sean Hando, and Colton Bagley, along also with Elin Olive, the voice of the Red Devils in Evanston, Wyoming, Dennis Bedwell, the voice of the Valley, Aaron Poling, the new voice of the Rich Rebels, and Dan Hubbard, our voice with the Preston Indians out in Preston, Idaho. We say thank you for joining us here on mylocalradio.com. Enjoy the rest of your night and have a fantastic summer. We'll see you next time.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Devils.